All right, everyone, look at this cat we drug up here, Brandon Powell, 2024 World FITASC. I know we got a little bit of time here before we start on this make-or-break shoot-off, with which you're in the top 16. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk about your weekend so far, Brandon, as far as the World FITASC goes. I know you're probably not where you want to be, and I don't mean any offense by that. I think we all have our good and bad days. Talk about that for a minute. How's the weekend been going for you?
Well, I think in all the targets, they did a really good job setting the birds. I'm shooting good. I'm shooting steady. Just a couple of birds short each day of where I really need to be. I think they did a great job with the targets. Winds made it a little more challenging than it should be. We 20 mile an hour, 20 plus mile an hour wind today, and same thing yesterday after the rain though. But other than that, everything's been great.
So, Brandon, you've been dominant since October. I mean, winning the national championship, you won the World Sporting, you've won every big blast shoot we've had in this country. But FITASC, I've noticed, is kind of been, I don't want to say your nemesis, but not your stronghold. Is that because you're predominantly just used to being a pre-mounted shooter? Is it maybe the payload a little bit? Because I know you're used to shooting ounce and an eighth versus ounce. What do you think it is?
I don't know. We were talking about that yesterday with a couple of friends of mine. We were out there shooting. I predominantly shoot ounce and an eighth loads. So when you pull the trigger, it doesn't feel like you're really sending anything out there. But last year we shot the world championship. EJ Churchill shot 1 ounce. So anytime you shoot World Sporting overseas, you're shooting 1 ounce loads. So it's just, I don't shoot as much FITASC as I used to. Didn't pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's never any money in it. It takes a long time, and I try to focus on the main events when I get to these regionals and these big blasts. So I set my stuff up so I shoot a prelim, 5-stand. Usually by the time the main event rolls around, I'm done with everything.
Right. Well, and you and I have talked in the past, a lot of side events, you kind of not give it 100% because you want that title of that main event, and predominantly in this country we're sporting shooters, right? So the FITASC is traditionally a side event here. So maybe is that, a little bit of it, maybe not put as much training into that as you would to sporting? Yeah,
probably. I've just, I used to shoot a good bit of FITASC back in the day. I've been captain of Team USA for FITASC before, and just not, it's a fun game. I think all in all, it's actually an easier game. Here at the World Championship, you're shooting 200 birds, 120 of those are singles.
Yeah.
So, you've got, sporting, I think, ultimately is a little bit harder game when you've got to walk in the box, be able to kill everything right off the bat, where here, every pair that you shoot, you get to shoot the singles with 2 barrels.
Yeah. Well, and then in sporting, it's the same pair over and over again, so it's the ability to repeat that. And in FITASC, especially new style FITASC, every target's new.
Right.
And then you see it in a pair, that number 3 that's the big Shondell, as a single, you can take it where you want, but in a true pair, you might have to take that on the drop, you might have to take it on the way up, it changes everything, so the dynamic's different.
It does.
So
it's still a fun game. I like I'm a bigger fan of the new style over the old style.
Yeah.
You just, there's some advantages to that, and I think disadvantages as well. The advantages to that are where you're shooting on an old school FITASC, you get on a parkour, say you got trouble with one particular target, you've got to shoot that bird 6 times.
Right.
Here in new style, you've got to shoot a lot more target presentations spread out over a bigger area of terrain, but if you have a bad bird, you're only going to shoot at it twice and you're gone.
Right, exactly.
So there's pros and cons, I guess, to both.
Yeah. Well, I know this is on your bucket list to get that World FITASC, and I know you're not going to give up. We all know you're not a quitter. You're going to keep trying. What do you think it's going to take, though, Brandon? Do you think it's just going to maybe devote more training time to it?
I don't know that I need to train more for FITASC. My mount's good. I shoot primarily out of the gun all the time anyways. The only time I'm really ever in the gun's on a trap bird. We haven't shot a ton of trap birds here where you've had to really rush the gun to your face and make your move, pull the trigger. So I don't think that's the issue. I think some of it may be I'm just tired. I've been on the road all year. I've been home 4 days since February, and in between all the instruction, that, and mentally, I don't know that I want this one. I want to add it to the resume for sure, and I still got plenty of time to do that. Realistically, I don't see it happening here at this shoot with where I sit right now, but gonna grind it out tomorrow. We still got 50 to go. Anything can happen, you know. Maybe get up there and finish in the top 5 at least, you know.
No, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
Well, we don't doubt your ability to break a clay target. Okay, I mean, like I said, you're the pinnacle in the sport right now in the United States. One last question for you, and I didn't get to ask you this on the podcast, is payout. And I think, I mean, you know, there's $20,000 added money here tonight to this purse. Plus, we've got a show of guns that's going to happen here in a little bit.
Right.
It's going to add some money. Do you see in the last, let's just call it the last 24 months, do you see clubs starting to make that approach to get the payout to where it needs to be?
You know, I don't know. If you go to our regional shoots that we've had this year, you know, I think the one we shot here, a couple weeks ago in Wisconsin, the payout was only $3,000 for HOA.
Yeah.
You know, if you go back to the Southeast Regional, I think the payout was $3,000.
Right.
You go to Western Regional, I think they paid out $5,000. You know, I think that all those shoots ought to be a minimum of $10,000-$15,000, if not more.
It's just a hard sell because, you know, we're shooting guns and to bring in outside sponsorship, outside the sport sponsorship.
Right.
It's a hard sale. I mean, it really is. But I've seen a lot of clubs, they are doing the best they can. It's a struggle.
Right. It is. It is, and I think everybody in the game would definitely like to see more money, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you like here at the World FITASC, you come here, you win the World FITASC, you're going home with a trophy, and you know it's prestigious and all that. But you come out here to make a break, got a chance to win, you know, 15, 20 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good time. It's like Gator Cup, you know. Rick's got 5,000. There's 10,000 added money in theirs, you know. The last 2 years, I've been fortunate enough to win that and walk away with, you know, about $10,000 off of make a break. So.
And you see a lot of the big blasts doing it. You know, Jacques, of course, is the big one here in our country with $300,000 purse. But you see more and more big blasts that are trying to add money. And I praise the clubs for trying, and I know it's hard because it's hard enough to make money on an event as it is, let alone provide a big purse. So I praise them for that. But I just wanted your input. I mean, like I said, you're the winningest shooter we have right now, and I know payout is everything to you, or can be.
Yeah, I typically try to shoot the events that pay more money. I mean, I do it for a living, so you know that's an added bonus on top of all the money that we make. You know, the few of us that are fortunate enough to be able to coach and make a living in the game. So, you know, it's like the World Championship. I think the World Championship paid $5,000 for HOA.
Right.
You would think that, you know, your nationals, your World Championships, you'd win $25,000 to, you know, $50,000.
Yeah, at least 5 figures. You know, I mean. It's
I mean, there's no doubt if the game paid as well as golf, I'd be retiring here at the end of the year.
If the game paid as well as golf, the guy in 30th place would make more than you made all year.
I'd have you as a caddy out there for me.
Hey, you may load your shells, Brandon. So, but hey, listen, we're going to have you back for questions for the coaches. We talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah, looking forward to
that. Been getting a lot of emails about that. So we'll catch up with you. I know you got to go get ready. So thank you for spending a few minutes with me.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
Awesome.
Anytime.
All right, buddy. Give him hell tonight.
Thanks,
man. All right, everybody. That was the man himself, Brandon Powell. We're going to sneak David Radulovich in here in a minute. We're going to keep flapping our gums, and then 6 p.m. is when they're going to start the shoot-off. I'm going to get the bracket from Mr. Ed Pritchell himself after they do the show of guns, and we'll have that for you as well. So stay tuned. Be back in a few minutes.
No.
Kill.
I can't. You'll have to, it'll be lost.
We'll start over.
Just start ad-libbing.
I guess we're ad-libbing because Mr. Radulovich here that's got all the toys.
Hello? Test.
He's not.
Test.
Hey, you know, you want a caddy? I want some production studio people over here. What's happening? I don't know what's going on. Right? Nothing like being live, David.
You want Brandon and what do you want? All three of them?
You can if you
Brandon,
want.
you gotta go get ready. You wanna hang out? Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna see. Look, I got this little version of. I got I got my little face in the top left corner.
You didn't think a head that big would fit in a box that small.
Boy, isn't it amazing what computer-generated AI stuff can do?
Oh, gotta love it.
I've always wanted a small head.
Oh my goodness. Hey, well, since we're just sitting here BSing, you know, Ed's been changing up this make a break layout a little bit as far as the targets go. Man, that 6 is a monster.
It is. It looks like they're going to be pretty big birds, which I would expect, with the amount of payout we're about to have and some of the shooters we got, qualified.
That
Way it
6
should
is
be.
a midi. I'm going to say it's 75-yard crosser.
Pretty good. It's out there.
Yeah.
Brandon, I'm loud in my own ear. I'm gonna ask. Can you hear me okay? Because I can hear everybody really good. But okay. So I'm gonna ask for your advice because I went up and tried to qualify and I shot a 22.
Yeah.
So-
just so everybody knows, I beat him. This guy right here,
So
fresh out of the hospital.
so am I.
Not
We're even on
not
that
mental
playing field.
institution. That
No,
doesn't count.
That's valid. Did I just mute myself? No.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So like, one question I'd have for you because kind of cool insight that maybe I might be able to bring that you weren't really around for, but I mean I can remember back 20 plus years ago. I mean you've always been somebody that you've loved Make a Break since you were a kid. I can remember. How old are you?
37.
Okay, so I'm 31. So you're 6 years older than me. I remember like being 9, 10 years old down at Elk Creek. So you were probably 16, 17 years old, and you were winning Make or Breaks at shoots back then. So like, what psychologically, just my understanding of a competitor, like does the crowd being up there, and is that like very motivating and enjoyable for you to like get into that position?
I think so, 100%.
I think
that's
so,
my
yeah.
moment to, have all the people that love me and the ones that hate me
Yeah.
right there watching me up there do my thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, 100%. That drives me.
it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
It is.
I really miss. Were you when? I can't remember. The PSCA went to that style format year 2, I think.
Which
Were
would
you
have been
shooting?
15,
I don't remember.
16.
Yeah, it would have been, I think, 15.
15.
Yeah, it
15?
would have been year 15. Yeah, because I won the very first one I think that they did at Chicago at Northbrook.
Oh, okay.
Under
yeah.
the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was fun.
That was fun.
I missed those. That was
And
a lot of
that
fun.
was kind of this style shoot-off format, right?
Yeah,
a little
it
bit.
was.
Yeah.
It's a really enjoyable thing. Like, I think it's good for, someone like you. It's good for the sport. It's good to be able to, film this, put it up on, social media for people to be able to watch. One of the things that our sport is lacking is the ability to, have spectators because it's not always so easy to get out
Right,
there.
and that allows this to happen.
It's really good.
Everybody in one spot at the same time, and on top of that, we're getting ready to shoot flash targets, and I
Yeah.
think those are really cool.
Oh,
I
that's
love
a
shooting
blast.
flash
And,
targets.
Yeah.
it's funny you both said that because I was going to bring that up. This is the only aspect of our sport that's like spectator friendly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody could sit here and see the whole field and all the targets in one spot. Whereas sporting, they got to chase you around a course that could be a quarter mile, half mile long.
Right.
Yep, 100%.
And you get to see all the competitors in one spot, not Brandon shooting this station. Let's run over there and see Corey shooting that station, and back and forth. So
Right.
I think that is a cool aspect of it. Is everybody's right here and you can see everything.
100%.
So putting yourself in that position and having the group of people watching you, a big crowd or something like that, what do you notice an actual change in how you're thinking or how you're feeling? What happens?
I mean, I kind of always got to find that spot deep down in there to get myself kind of psyched up, back to the FITASC here. I'm shooting and I'm not really I don't feel like my heart's in it.
Don't you notice?
I've yet to find that intensity and that adrenaline that I feel like pushes me over the edge
Yeah.
to allow me to be able to shoot those insane scores. I haven't felt that since we've been here yet.
I neither have I, but I haven't been like able to compete really this week, but I decided to come anyway because I'm a thick-headed idiot. But the one thing, a huge difference, I think tell me what you think about this. The physiological state that you can get up on a stage like that in front of a bunch of people, or think of like the super squad at nationals or the super final at the world championship, and how that can change your mental state. What literally I feel like, because we've talked about this before privately,
Right.
I can be somebody that helps, or sometimes I just don't care, you know.
Right.
But I literally feel whenever I get into that state, I can do things I can't otherwise do physically.
Right.
And like, do you think what I've noticed here is because of how separated everything is and because of how wide open, it almost feels like we're just all kind of out there on a practice course.
Yeah,
and that's hard to get amped up on.
because you never get that intensity.
Yeah.
Never find it. I mean, everybody's spread out. I've passed George maybe twice.
Yeah.
I've yet to see Anthony out there. I mean,
Yeah.
none of you guys.
I haven't seen anybody.
We shoot the World Championship. We shoot Nationals.
Yeah.
We're all right there in the squad, and I
Yeah.
feed off that. It
Me
helps
too.
push me to the next level, and
Yeah.
I've yet to find that here at this shoot.
I know.
Can I ask you something? And I don't take this wrong. I'm
Take
trying
it wrong.
to.
Take it wrong.
I'm going to give him a fresh one. Do you feed off of the hate as much as you do the praise?
Oh, 100%. If they'd have left me alone, I'd have quit a long time ago. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't mean that bad.
No. I mean, and
But-
that's, look, I think no matter what you do in life, I don't care if you're playing baseball, basketball, hockey, golf. Look, there's somebody out there that's envious, that's jealous, that it's not going to be happy for you. And, that's made me kind of into what I am, I believe. And it's allowed me to take it to another level mentally, to be able to push myself as hard as I need to go to be able to get it done when I'm out there
Yeah.
day after day after day. So, it's definitely helped, So,
Yeah.
so yeah, thanks to all my haters out there. It's a great thing.
Hey, this is interesting. Now, I know scores are still dumping in, so I don't want anybody to.
We're good on that. They can't hear
Yeah,
you.
we hear you, Ed. This is very interesting right now, and I know scores are still coming in, so nobody hold me to this, but this is very, very awesome to me. Halen Hanks is tied in the top 3.
Right.
For a woman to win overall in our sport, I think that's huge. I think it's awesome. If she does, I mean, I know it's a big if, and we got a long way to go, and there's still scores coming in. But the fact that she shot that good,
Oh, she shot extremely well all week.
and
Have you shot? Are you shooting with her? Oh.
but I mean, how cool for our sport if she pulls that off. I mean, HOA.
Yeah.
Be
That's
great for her, bad for all of us.
Yeah. But you know what the really cool thing is I get to point out that y'all got your butts kicked by a girl. So.
We can bring back those old school pins
Yeah.
from 25 years
Beat
ago.
by a girl. The
Yeah,
Beat
the
by a
little
girl,
pins.
yeah, there
Pink
you go.
pins, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's awesome, though. I mean, I really do. I mean, the women have been knocking at the door for a long
Or is there something that we don't understand that makes a difference? And so, it's not that hasn't. I mean, it's happened before in other events. It just hasn't. It's not a consistent thing. But I think it's probably,
Right.
Who knows? But it
Yeah,
is
I
very
mean,
cool and exciting.
that is a valid question.
Yeah.
Is it what's the difference between man and woman? Out here, is it when you see that happen? Is it because the targets aren't as hard? Is it because a man can push himself harder? I don't know. That's a
One of the things that we were talking about last night?
What's up?
It's just sheer size. If you look really at a lot of the really, at the better shots, they're taller, bigger,
right.
either stronger, and it doesn't seem like I mean, I joke around that I'm a professional athlete, and then I slap my stomach, But it's interesting, because honestly, that kind of it doesn't seem like we're doing that athletic of a thing, but the level of precision required and what we have to do, especially when targets get further out there. I mean, a millimeter of wrong movement at the end of the barrel is
Right.
is yards out there.
Correct.
And so the ability not to get fatigued, to have the level of control that you need to make subtle, precise changes in movement, it really does.
There's one thing you didn't mention there,
What's that?
and tell me if I'm right on this. Finesse.
Well, that's what I meant.
And
yeah.
well, I mean overall finesse, and a woman can tend to have a little bit more finesse. I mean, let's face it, nobody ever called the three of us great.
I sure don't
okay?
have any finesse.
So, but no, I mean, I think there's something to that's interesting, David. I think there's something to that.
I
Yeah,
think
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever really been talked about.
Yeah.
It may have been talked about, but I don't think anybody's ever really come up with a definitive answer as to why.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
so-
there is one. I don't think we have one.
it's a hard
Yeah.
one.
I don't
We'll
think we
have
have
to
one.
we'll have to get a neurologist in here to tell us all about it.
I don't know if that'll help.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
might just confuse things.
All right. Well, hey, listen, Corey Cruz, Mike Deanna, and Richard Falls are getting ready to shoot off for that last 16th spot for tonight's finalists on the make or break. All of those of you at home that are watching, that remember we have the contest, the poll is up on Facebook. You'll notice that last slot has got Corey, Mike, and Richard all on that last spot. So they're getting ready to shoot off for that. We'll quit bothering you if you want to get out of here, Brandon. Ben McAnally's finally came off the course. He's back here to join us. So we'll bring you this coverage here as it happens. See who the winner of that shoot-off is to get in the top 16.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll have to stay
Awesome.
live, so we'll just keep yapping.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Brandon, thank you for joining
Thank
us,
you.
man. Appreciate
thanks,
it very
Brandon.
much.
Thank you, David.
We're going to catch up
Thank
soon.
you.
All right, sounds good,
All right,
guys.
buddy.
Shoot well.
See ya.
Kick some. Listen,
Let me-
does it
let
help
me
you if I
suck
say
in.
I hate you?
Yeah.
You suck.
You want me to shoot from the hip?
Ah, there you go.
From the hip.
I bet you can't.
So you were up there yesterday shooting qualifying?
Yeah.
Richard's up there, and I go bang on the 1, the 7 don't go. So I drop the gun, and he throws it, and I go whack, just ink ball. Richard's.
Come on in here, Ben.
Oh, I'm taking my little head out of this.
There you go.
Get down to you guys.
Make sure you hold the mic to you. What's up, Ben?
Just
Nothing,
just
just
as a
coming off the course.
FYI, we're never not gonna be live.
Great.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
live the whole
Yeah.
time,
Okay.
dude. So watch.
All right, I'm getting out of here.
Watch. You just came off the course. Were you finishing FITASC?
No, I shot FITASC earlier today.
Okay.
We were finishing one of the prelims, and
Oh,
I
okay.
was actually shooting with Corey.
Oh.
So we were riding around and had a nice afternoon. I've told everybody today, Texas boy, it's 100 plus back home. So it's amazing to be here. We're in the high 60s, low 70s.
I know. Isn't this
uh,
weather gorgeous right now?
Yeah, this is a beautiful club.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
My first time in this part of the state, and I can't say enough great things. So
Well, we're getting ready to watch his shoot off for that 16th spot there.
Yep,
Corey
yep.
Cruz is up there. Mike
Yep.
Danda's coming. Richard Falls is coming. We're going to split
well,
screen.
it's
We'll have
actually Richard's son. It's actually the younger Falls.
Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's shooting. Okay, I thought Richard was in it. They had Richard's name on there, so maybe we'll have to correct that. But we're going to go, when this happens, we'll go split screen. You'll be able to see the shooters and Ben and I's ugly mugs up there at the same time. David, we got any questions coming in, anything? Anybody got any questions to answer?
Well,
No?
I was just gonna do that. I was gonna pull it up on my phone in case this isn't syncing very well.
Okay. Again, our technology expert is failing.
I'm not failing. You just asked me too late.
See what I got to work with over here.
So Jason, like we discussed a little bit yesterday, I've been capturing some small clips of people
Yeah.
just trying to ask them about their takeaways from the event, so that we can cover more opinions and
Yeah,
make sure that
absolutely.
we're getting this info out. So that's
Absolutely.
been neat to do some of that on the course. I just think it's so awesome that these targets look so fun and so achievable, and
then
they're
you-
so missable.
And then you put the gun down and go, what happened?
What happened? Yeah,
You
it
know,
looked- it looked
I
great.
got to shoot the 5-stand number 2 today, which was the Browning 5-stand. I'm having a hard time
Sure.
with my endurance right now. But the targets were so fun, and they looked so awesome. I loved it. And the layout, especially on layout 2, if you know what I'm talking about, they got that, everything drops down from the
Yes.
5-stand, and you
Yes.
looks like kind of like a makeshift junkyard.
An
they
old
got set up
junkyard.
there.
Yeah, I think it's for paintball, maybe.
It is,
Yeah.
and they had the targets set up so cool. I mean, what a neat presentation they had there. And again, pulled the trigger and what happened? Why didn't it break? So, but no, it was a lot of fun. But I've been driving around watching people shoot and watching some of the targets on FITASC. I'm so jealous. I wish I'd have been here sooner so I could shoot this, because these targets look like so much fun.
Yes. It's oh my gosh, I just blanked on his name.
Squirrel.
Exactly. No, the target setter, Mr. Peckham, James
Yes.
Peckham. So sorry. has done such a good job of showing you so many diverse birds, and some of these pegs aren't anything that you wouldn't see at a local shoot.
No, and I haven't seen it. I mean, there's a couple of bombs out there, but
There
you
are.
expect
There
that.
have to be.
You expect that, but they're still hittable.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's within 35 yards, you think, well, that looks easy, but time you get
Take
your
it for
gun up,
granted.
it's in a transition, and it's like bye-bye.
Yes. A couple weeks ago, Mr. Peckham was in Dallas at Dallas Gun Club. Got to visit with him there, and he kind of gave us we were at dinner. He was like, well, here's a little preview of what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you very good, very hittable targets that when you come up just the least bit slight, you'll slip one.
Yes.
Or I'll find you out of position, and I think that's so interesting and so well thought out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, once again, folks, very, very special thank you to Bear Pelt, helping us out with communications here tonight. They are letting us use their Starlink. Look behind me. You can see the cool vest. Heather just made me this one for the Dead Pair Blast. What a beautiful vest. She designed that herself, and you can see our standard Dead Pair vest. But check them out. Check out their website. If you haven't tried a Bear Pelt yet, you're really putting yourself out there. Some of the best vests you'll ever have in the world. So, but thank you again to the rodents at Bear Pelt for providing Starlink tonight. What all have you shot other than the FITASC?
I shot some of the super sporting, but not all three. I arrived kind of midweek, and so just treated that as a little bit of a warm-up event, and then all 4 5-stand layouts. So
scoot over a little bit. We're gonna let a guy that.
Yeah, I will.
No. Sit down. Come on, sit down, Ant. Sneak in here, Ant. Come on.
So we've got Anthony Matarese sneaking into the booth here,
Yeah.
and I will gladly yield my mic.
What's happening?
How are you, sir?
Doing all right?
Anthony, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man.
Dude, shooting well this week.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
What do you? You're a past world champion. You just put on the World Sporting.
Yep.
It's your club at M&M. What's your take of this event here
It's good.
at Game
Great.
Unlimited?
I'm enjoying it.
I think the
are
targets
good.
have been awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not easy. They're easier than last year, but they're not easier.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, are you? You're not in the top 16 for the shootout.
Nah, I shot a few times, but I didn't try to shoot it till today, and it was pretty sporty.
It is
So,
sporty.
Birds were harder than I was ready for.
Yeah. Hey, Ant, we've had you on the podcast a lot, but one of the things I keep missing, I keep forgetting about, and it's so important. Talk about the Marlins for Mason.
Okay.
Tell everybody about that.
Yeah. So my nephew, Mason, it's my sister's son. He has Dravet syndrome, which is a rare catastrophic seizure disorder. So we started a fishing tournament. Last year was our first year, and our first year we raised over $300,000 for the
That's
Marlins
so
for
awesome.
Mason, and that was the largest single donation that they ever had for the Dravet Syndrome Foundation.
Really?
So it's a big success, and if anybody out there is looking for a charity to donate, hit me up, Marlins for Mason. It's a great charity. Somebody that you maybe know. Obviously people are always looking to donate somewhere, and there's a lot of charities that are for great causes, but they already have a lot of support. This
Right.
is so rare. There's one in 17,000 people have it, so there's not a lot of research, and long story short, they don't have a lot of research because the pharmaceutical companies can't make a lot of money with 1 in 17,000.
So the funding is not
the
there.
funding is important,
Yeah.
So if anybody's looking for a charity that has some meaning to them, keep us in mind at Marlins for Mason.
Hey,
I
can
thought
they?
it was really special what your family did and said at that Saturday night event at the Worlds, because Mason was there and your sister was there, and I could afterwards I shook hands with your mom.
Yeah,
that was special.
It's a for my my whole family, but particularly my sister and her husband, and my mom helps him a lot. It's a terrible thing. He's had 3 seizures this week. So when you have a seizure, you're out for 6 hours with the medications they have to give to you. So I mean, all the things that go along with the disease that he has and the side effects of the medication. it's a tough deal, but no, I appreciate that.
Can anybody find that just by Googling Marlins for Mason?
Yeah, Marlins
Okay.
for Mason will take you right to our website. You can sponsor the event. So when we host the tournament, we have sponsors, or you can just make a contribution that goes to our.
Okay.
When the tournament's over, we make the contribution yearly. So
Okay.
definitely appreciate you asking about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It deserves as much coverage as you can get on it. So
Thank you.
Back to the shooting. What's your take? We're going into the finals tomorrow. Do you think you could put it together?
I'm going to go out there and hit every one I can. I'm a couple birds off of where I should be, but still got 50 more to go, so
That's
anything
right.
can happen.
Yeah, there you go.
What course do you have left?
I've got to shoot 5 and 6, whichever they are. I started on 7 and 8, so maybe that's Game
and Fiocchi.
Gameboard and Fiocchi I have left. So
Yeah.
I feel good about my shooting. I started tight the first day, missed 2 I shouldn't have for sure. Missed 1 yesterday I shouldn't have. So 3 to 4 birds off of what I feel like I could be. But
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending a few minutes with us, and
Absolutely.
we'll catch up soon.
thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Ant.
Thanks, Ant.
See you, buddy. Anthony Matteries, everyone, world and national champion.
That's
awesome that he spent a few minutes with us.
Yeah, super
and-
special deal right there. Because
Yeah, no-
that's probably one of the. I mean, we're so blessed to be adjacent to so many super knowledgeable shooters. But the way Anthony shares his information and his coaching, his book, is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we've got
Are
a
you
few
sneaking
more
in here?
shooters gathering here behind the make
Oh,
a
she's
break
talking.
stage.
Hey,
So
do me a favor. You two talk for a minute. I'll be right back, folks.
I think we'll get to some shooting here in just a couple minutes.
All right, I had to. I can't go over there because I got to manage all this. But so I guess I'm in. But so Ben, tell me what is this? How many World FITASC have you been to?
This is actually my second World FITASC. So,
Okay, cool.
FITASC, I think, is a favorite game of all the different ways that we shoot clay pigeons out of the sky.
Yeah.
It's a gentleman that passed away a couple years ago, Jeff Foster from
Yes.
Texas.
Yep.
Jeff encouraged me to shoot my first FITASC target because he said that there's so many singles that you don't just put 2 average birds together to make a pair in sporting clays. Every single had to be well thought out. And as silly as the comment that is, it stuck with me for forever, and it inspired me to shoot more FITASC. So
Yeah.
they are, and we've all been to a sporting clays tournament where you're like, oh, that's an okay pair, but at FITASC, you're like, oh, that is a good bird, and I'm excited to attempt
Yeah.
hitting it. So
I thought the target's been freaking awesome. It's been like very frustrating to not be able to take advantage of that.
sure.
But they've been such an awesome set of targets, great layouts, and it's been a lot of fun. What kind of stuff? I guess we're about to start.
I think we're going to start viewing some birds. It looks like they're going to have all 3 on the podium to view. They'll see both ones.
I'm gonna
and then
I'm gonna let you take over real quick. I gotta change my camera real fast, but go ahead.
And then the 2 through 7 targets. For those of you unfamiliar with Make a Break, there's a number 1 bird on either side of the podium, and it's completely random. So when the competitor calls for that number 1 target, they have to break it before they move on to the other one. So, for instance, they'll call the first pair will be 1 report 2, 1 report 3, and so on and so forth up through 7. And so these targets have been adjusted slightly to increase difficulty because this is a shoot off, and these are our high achieving shooters. So, all right, yep.
And hey, everyone, this is Charlie Folds. The paper shows Richard Folds, so I apologize for that.
So here comes the first pair. Lost. 7 is lost. Yes. This is a little bit different of a shoot-off format. They're just going to shoot 3 pairs of 6-7. They're not going to drag this out. That should go quick. Dead bird. Yeah.
Final pair coming up. That 6 is a monster.
The 6 is big, and it's going downhill, so your target line is going to be deceptive.
About a 70-yard midi crossing. Lost pair out with 1.
So a 1, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Those are 2 monster targets. Mike Deanna's up. That is correct.
Mike, hailing from Nevada,
Yes.
travels all over the West Coast. I see him quite a bit in Texas, but then again, we're pretty spoiled in Texas. We have a lot of...
This is probably cheaper than gambling. Lost pair.
Great kill on the 6.
Hit and lost. Dead and lost.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, these people that are shooting these targets are amazing. I mean, I shot this make or break earlier with David Radulovich, and I'm going to tell you right now, that 6 and that 7 is no joke.
Okay, here comes the last pair. Loss on the 6. Loss on the 7. Also a 1. So now it's Corey's just got to hit 2.
He's got to hit 2 to be in.
Corey from Houston, Texas.
You're right in front of the camera. Sorry.
Smash the 6.
Hit and lost.
All right. No one has touched that 7.
No one's scratched it.
And it is curling up and out.
There it is.
Smash
Hit the 6. Corey's on a 2. Ooh, missed the 6, hit the 7. Out with 3. Very nice. So Corey Cruz, everyone, is the finalist on the top 16.
Yep. Corey out with a 3. Mike out with a 1. Charlie out with a 1. So all great competitors. That 7 bird is rising and curling out. Probably shows 30% belly.
Yeah.
It's probably hard to see on the camera, but there's just not much to look at.
No, there is not.
So, is kind of a bracket play style. So now that they know who the last shooter in the bracket is,
we're going to do the show of guns.
Yep.
And Ed's going to walk that bracket over to us. David's playing with buttons here again. You need to edit this one.
I didn't do
David.
nothing.
Yeah, you did.
What are you trying to edit?
I don't know, David. It's your fault no matter what. I need to edit this one.
You put Richard in there, and what are you trying to cheat?
No. Did you not hear what I said? They had Richard and not Charlie.
You think
there.
I'm paying attention to what I'm listening to?
Listen to me now and hear me later. Okay? I need to edit this so it just shows Corey.
Well, it's too late now.
So
You just type in one that says Corey and then delete that one.
It won't let you delete that when you're not listening to me. See what I deal with, folks? This is why we have issues. Okay, there we go. So now Corey Cruz is the
just do this.
bingo. Corey Cruz
Well,
is
it
the
won't let
final
you delete anything.
Okay, I'm gonna kill your mic. Where's
I'm
your
in
button?
charge of the sound
No.
and the
No,
video.
you're fired.
You can't fire me. I'll cut you off the air.
Folks, this will be the last time David Radulovich will be on the Dead Prayer podcast. All right, so everybody that's playing along at home on the contest, just fix the contest. Corey Cruz is the finalist in the top 16. Richard, or forgive me, Charlie Falls and Mike Deanda are now out of the top 16. They're going to do a show of guns, and then we'll get that bracket up to you here in a minute. What do you think about it? Look at the crowd of people here. Now, if we had a good cameraman, he could pan that camera around and show everybody all the
Listen.
My goodness.
I got a camera that's like way over there, outside of this building,
I know.
that I have to run over to. And every time I leave, then I have to assume that you're not going to mess any of this audio video stuff up.
I'm going to unplug your microphone.
You mean my microphone?
I just said I'm going to unplug your microphone.
Yeah, but my mic. You said my.
I said I'm going to unplug your microphone.
Listen here, boss.
Do you all see what I deal with?
The make or break shoot-offs at all the regionals, nationals, they always draw a big crowd.
Oh,
it's
my
it's a
goodness.
ton of fun.
There's got to be 200 people standing here.
Yep.
If not more.
The Polarises are pretty thick, and the competitors are kind of gathering just adjacent to the stage.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
funny that
Speaking of this, we've always talked about why doesn't Polaris or K&M or anything sponsor an event. If you could see all of them parked here, they don't need to sponsor. They're all buying them anyway. I mean, there's got to be 100 of them.
They're all
here.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We advertise for them. We buy a buggy, we set it up, we change the color, add lights, tires, wheels. We
Very cool.
we do a better job at displaying their product than they do sometimes.
Well, see, they ought to just sponsor the podcast, and then we get things going here.
Absolutely. So what's funny, I'm looking out over the crowd. There's a couple of perennial Team USA guys, and they're all comparing guns. It looks like somebody has a new one, and so everybody wants to see the shiny thing. And it's just proof
shiny
that
penny.
it's just proof that no matter how long you've been doing this, you always want to see the cool new shiny. Who's got the new fun toy, and that's my self-deprecating joke. I'm not great at pointing the shotgun, but it takes no skill to collect one, so I'll just get a new one.
It just takes a lot of money. No, but see, you don't have this thing called a wife and child.
Oh,
So
easy.
you have your child is your gun and your wife is your safe. We get it. So
I think the skill required in collecting one.
look at this. He brings food over. Did you get a plate of food?
Would
I
you
didn't.
look
I
at
bought.
the
I got,
charcuterie.
I got food brought to me. These are some nice horse duvers. But anyways, I think the skill required in collecting guns is involved in accumulating the financial ability to collect the guns. Maybe more skillful than...
Maybe it's a poor thought out joke, and maybe I shouldn't say that out loud too often. I like the meme that says, when you look at my gun, I'm not wealthy, I'm irresponsible, so
I'm right there with you on that one.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Gotcha.
I also, nothing says that, I hate having $1 in my pocket like shooting sporting clays, right? You
Right.
just wad it
Amen
up
to
and throw
that.
it into wad
Hey,
it up and throw
speaking-
it into a field.
Speaking of guns, thank you to Elite Shotguns, sponsor of the Dead Pair podcast. And by the way, I don't know if you guys did or not. David, I know you love your Auto Pros, but I brought my Auto Pros with me. When this shooting starts, I'm going to look at that, right there in the charge case,
Yes.
ready to go. I will be putting those in and still be able to broadcast and talk to you and hear you just fine.
Absolutely.
So,
Yep.
Absolutely love them. Auto Pros.
I left mine in
Phantoms.
Corey's cart. But the Phantom 2s.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
I actually got back from the Western Regional this year, and one of mine had a crack in it.
Really.
I reached out to the ladies at Auto Pro.
Dr. Grace and Jennifer.
Immediately get a same day email response.
Really.
Sent them back, and received them before the next event.
That's so
It
awesome.
was-
That-
yeah.
Their
So-
customer service is bar none. I mean, they've got the bar set so high. I don't think anybody could compete with them. But
And if you're not at an event where the Auto Pro staff might be, you can reach out to them. They'll recommend an audiologist in your area to do those types
get
of molds
fitted,
and impressions. And so I've actually given a set as a gift.
really,
And they've got the same service, but never saw Grace in person. So
yeah. Well, if you got a schedule like David's, you have to have somebody like Auto Pro in your corner that can accommodate whatever part of the globe he's in that day. So
if you can tear up a steel ball with a rubber hammer like I can, you need that. You need that service after the
listen,
sale.
I feel you. Okay, I can wear out an anvil with a toothbrush. All right, so I'm just cracking you up over here, aren't I?
It's a good thing I'm on mute.
Oh my goodness. We have some information that if David lets out, you'll know because I'll be hanging from a tree somewhere.
Hey, try one of these carrots.
What? It's not a carrot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hunk of cheese.
Dang it, you got me.
What are you trying to hear?
I thought it was a carrot.
It's probably some
want
kind
it?
of gummy.
Cheese?
I'll be sitting over here with drool coming out of my mouth or something. I think, what are we doing here? I think they're getting ready for the show of guns. So, hey, speaking of people we're thanking, thank you to Pete Malloy and the staff here at Game Unlimited. Folks, I know I've said it before, but without them, without Julia Gilman, HOA Shooting Sports, we wouldn't have any of this right now. We wouldn't be able to bring you this coverage, so thank you very much to them. Thank you for hosting the 2024 World FITASC Championship.
How many tractors and bobcats and
Oh, my
shuttles
goodness.
have been moving dirt and mulch? They had a maintainer going down that road and
Yeah.
taking all those ruts, and it was picture perfect
Well,
after
we
they went over it. So
We talked yesterday about the inclement weather we got, and they have done nothing but work their butts off to make this place run as smooth as possible. It's amazing the work that they're doing.
and it's the small things and the thankless things that set a shoot apart. You know, we go to a ton of great events, but the difference in between your shoot being a 8 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10 is typically the things that
The
just
unsung heroes,
people
the
don't
thankless
notice.
positions, the people that are cleaning up the shells all over the ground, and the people that are loading traps and maintaining roads and that kind of stuff. And these people, and even the trappers, they don't get enough thanks. And listen, folks, whether it's your local club, you come to a big event like this, thank the staff. If you see somebody out loading traps, saying, "Hey, man, thank you, we appreciate you," that goes so far. It really does.
David might have an opinion on this, but
David's got
most
an
of
opinion on
most of
everything.
most of the squads that I shoot on or with, especially in a FITASC or a main event, whether you hit the birds or you didn't hit the birds, when you're done with the station, the competitors typically turn and say, "Yes, sir," and "Yes, ma'am," and "Thank you," and I feel like because FITASC does have a little bit more decorum to it, people act a little bit more formally, and so it's just, I don't know, that makes me happy that competitors are showing appreciation and not in a disingenuous way.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen that all over the world.
Yeah, one of the coolest things about this shoot is really like, I don't think people in the U.S. really understand what the level that this game competes on throughout the world, and really what it is. I mean, when you go to this shoot, and if it's ever back in the United States again, I hope anybody that even if you're deathly afraid of trying FITASC, I hope that you try to come to the shoot, or at least come watch it, because it's different than a sporting event. It's different than a world sporting championship. It's different than a national championship. The overall level of professionalism and
competitiveness.
And it's just different. To me, it just feels like I'm on a PGA Tour event. I don't know how else to describe it.
Well, and it's something, and David and Ben, you guys can back me up on this. To the people that are a little nervous to go try FITASC, as strict as the FITASC refs are, because there are a lot more rules than sporting, if you tell that ref going into that peg, "I'm new to FITASC," they help you. They'll work with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're not working with prison wardens here, folks, okay? I mean, they will help you.
No.
And,
When you walk up to a peg, just, "Hey, good morning, how are you? I've never done this. Just please let me know if there's anything that you see."
Yeah.
And they will, like,
Right.
"Hey, if you start to mount your gun," they'll say, "Excuse me," or they'll stop you, and they'll issue you a warning, and that's okay, because you know what? That we're not taking that with us to real life.
Right.
Right.
It's
Right.
not a point on your driver's license or
Exactly.
anything. And if you miss your mount and you end up behind a bird or over the line, or 10,000 things can go wrong. You know what the worst case scenario is? Is that you missed a target.
Yeah.
It is okay.
Yeah.
We all started from zero, like we're joining the NSCA, right? Like being a new member. You
Yeah.
all start in the bottom class.
Yeah, I
and-
think my first shoot, I shot a 86 out of 200.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, 86 out of 200.
Wow.
But you know the cool thing about this. Here's my favorite thing about. I did not rent a golf cart here.
Same.
Because.
Yes,
there-
I know. I've given you
I've-
several rides to your car. I know.
Only from the vendor though, because my favorite part about this shoot is the shuttles, is walking from layout to layout or from peg to peg with your group, and it in a game where, you know, when I have to go out and compete, let's say in sporting clays, there's so much going on. If you come watch the Super Squad at Nationals, there's a high probability that if you try to come up and talk to me, I'm not even going to notice that you even did. Because there's a lot of stuff happening, and I don't have much time, and I got to run all these things in my head. FITASC is different. It feels, I mean, I could throw a dart at a world map, and in whatever country it lands in, I could probably have a friend that I've shot with at this shoot that I could go stay at their house.
Absolutely.
And it's because of being fully being immersed
Well, it
in
forces
the
you to be
experience of it.
present.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
A little
And
bit more intimate in the competition.
and the
yeah.
other cool thing is, like, think about how much downtime you have with your squad.
Yeah.
You know, you have an hour and a half between each of the 25 birds that you have. You know, and so what ends up happening is the cohesion of the people on your squad. It's not a. You don't have to be selfish and focus on your game because there's so much downtime to get to know people and socialize. And there's just nothing like this shoot. It is by far the most enjoyable, fun event to me. I don't care where it is in the world. If I'm ever 100 years old and I can barely walk, I'm going to be here at this shoot. It doesn't matter.
You know, I'm super guilty of having a Polaris with doors and windows.
Yeah.
And back when I was, working with the association, sometimes I hid behind that polarized window
Yeah.
because I needed a minute to think about shooting instead of answering 10,000
Yes.
questions, like
Yeah.
you do in a professional
Yeah.
sense. And so, yes, wearing a backpack with your shells and all your stuff in it, and
So
your
much
gun
fun.
in a slip, and former world champion is doing the exact same thing walking next to you, as well as the brand new guy.
Yeah.
And then you all just get to stand next to, in the shade, and you're waiting for the next the next peg to open up, and you're at the staging area. You're gonna visit, and you're gonna
yeah.
learn. There's a gentleman from Poland that I'm shooting with. Language barrier, difficult to communicate, but he tells the neatest stories.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's been to the coolest ranges.
Yes.
It makes me want to load up and go.
Hey, let's do something fun here real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't
Why
like
don't
fun.
you get up
Yeah,
and go snag us a couple shooters?
perfect.
Let's do that.
Yep.
I can see
You want
Corey
me
over
to-
there. I can see a bunch of people
Well,
over there.
they're about to shoot.
Yeah,
Tell you
they-
what, I have my eye on one or two people.
I think
that,
George was supposed to be up here.
Yep.
That'd be a great one to
Yep.
snag.
Is he
Go
shooting
see what
this?
you can do.
Yeah.
And now David
Will
and I'll
do.
yak for a second. How's that?
I'm not good at that, Jason.
Stand, what? Y'all, you're good at yakking.
I get paid to yak. Can you believe that?
Do you know why you make as much money coaching as you do?
Because I talk a lot.
Because all your students spend their time between lessons researching in Webster's dictionary what
I
the
said.
hell you just said. So, I'm
Look at it.
serious. You drive some people nuts, David. I mean, we love you, David, but you got to let's back off the big words. I mean, I know you spend your time in a thesaurus, but please, okay, simplify. We're sporting shooters, dude. We're not neurologists. microphone. Just kind of hold it close to you there a little bit. How are you shooting this weekend?
Not worth a darn.
Not worth it. Well, you sound like the rest of us. Mark, for those who don't know you, tell us where you're from. Tell us.
I'm from South Central Texas.
South Central
A little
Texas.
town called Fayetteville.
Okay, hold it just like that. There we go. Sorry, we got my audiologist over here will smack me in the back.
I got you. Don't worry.
Mark, how many years have you been on Team USA Sporting?
3.
3.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So made the big trip up here to Wisconsin. What's your take on the venue and the
It's
targets?
a wonderful place. The targets have been excellent. Everything's fine.
Awesome.
How many World FITASCs have you attended?
2. Last year in Hungary and then
Yes.
here this year.
Get this show
Awesome.
started up here.
Yeah, this is really cool.
We wanted to grab a Team USA member and a newly inducted member of the Texas Sporting Place Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Thank you, Mark.
congratulations.
Oh,
man.
congratulations,
Thank
Mark.
you very much.
That is an achievement. So we just wanted to get you on camera and hear what you had to say. So
Thank you guys very much.
yeah,
Thank you, Mark. We
you.
appreciate
Have a
it.
great
bud.
dinner.
Awesome.
Happy to help out any way I can out here. We're working hard. We got a great team. Gary Fitzgerald's going to run the Kolkata.
Oh my
If
goodness.
you're not familiar with it? It's an 80-20 split. 80 to the buyer, 20 to the shooter.
I'm going to bring
Cash
Hunter
money.
Webb in right behind us
come
from
on in,
Team
man.
Atlas.
Eddie calling it out, running it. So all of our make or break.
Everybody hold on one
qualifiers,
second here.
There's only 2 that aren't here right now. That's Wyatt Hardgrove. A lot of you probably know him. We're going to get it started and cut it off, and then Charlie Bardu, is that right? Bardo? Charlie Bardo. They'll be here after we get it going. If I can get all the competitors to come right up front right here, across, we're going to go across you one at a time so everyone can see what they're bidding on right here. I want you to look. Maybe they're really well dressed. Like my other half, she thinks a horse looks kind of cool. She wants to bet on that horse. Other people might think, wow, this guy right here can shoot. We're going to find out where the money's at. So all of our competitors, Brandon Powell, Kirsten Sales, Jesus, Jacques Poirier. I'm working on some of the left gills, Maltaudas.
Oh my.
I got Blaze Whitehead, Todd Hitch, Fava Levi Brunt, Jonathan Prince, Travis Canadian McLoud, Corey Super Cool Cruz, Fabian Romero, Clayton Dance, Jasper Copeland. Come right up here and line up right across the line right here.
Folks, just so you understand, the show of guns is getting started
We're
here.
gonna auction off,
Gary Fitzgerald's doing the auction, so
and it's gonna be for
hide the
pick.
women and children for this portion of the
So,
show.
We're gonna go right down the list. Or we're
Calcutta
not gonna go
style
down the list. We're gonna auction
to
off
bid
the
on a
pick and
shooter
can
that
pick
you
your
think
guys.
will podium. So
Yeah.
the old win, place, and show. So
All right, these are the guys right here, right, guys? Okay,
so
here
I
we
brought
got.
Hunter
We're gonna
Webb into
auction
the
off
booth.
the pick. That means your right
Hunter
to
and I
pick
have had
what
a chance
shooter
to shoot
you
a
want.
couple
You're not
times
actually
together
buying the
this
person
year.
yet.
So
You're
tell us about
auctioning
your World
you're
FITASC
bidding
experience.
on the right
I'm loving it.
to make
I'm
the
not
first
shooting
pick,
my
the
best
second pick,
ability,
the
but
third pick,
I'm
and the fourth
learning,
pick,
shooting
so
a bunch
on
of
and so
targets
forth.
I've never shot at before, so just this is a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
So
Where's your home club?
I shoot out of Louisville, so I live in Bloomington. It's about an hour and 30 minutes from me. So I shoot out of the sporting club out of Farm.
Here we go. Here's our shooters.
That's where I shoot out of. I shoot for their SCTP team.
Hunter, you are a student of Brandon Powell's, and you get to shoot with him quite often.
This guy's from Cyprus.
But you're not shooting with him through all the events this weekend.
Left kills from Cyprus.
So when the
He's a
parachute's cut off and you're by yourself,
Travis
are
McLoud,
you still able to bring focus?
It's different because you can't really watch what he's doing
The French
because I'm
champion right
learning
here.
his
That's French
moves,
flag,
his
so
ways
it's
of
easy to
shooting.
figure out who he is.
So it's just more of
Fabian
a
Romero from
because I
Spain.
know I won't be able to shoot with him
Another
at every
Spain, Spaniard.
tournament, all that. I'm
Spanish
gonna learn
champion.
learn it by myself too, and it's just a learning out here.
Jesus
A lot
from
of
España.
these targets big, they're transitions. Just gotta learn them.
Are you able to shoot with your dad this week?
Yeah,
Lady
my
Badass.
dad's out here.
Brandon Powell.
He's out here.
Brandon
My
Powell,
mom wasn't
world champion,
able to come
English
up.
40,
We had a
and
storm
fishing shirt
blow through at the
aficionado.
house, so she couldn't come back up. But he's out here. So
Friends
it's a
of
good
Maker back
weekend.
here.
We're having
You all
fun,
know his name?
learning. what can I say?
It's awesome.
Well, we have some like sponsors. Rhino Chokes, they sponsor you and the podcast.
From Louisiana.
Of course, American-made Atlas traps. How awesome is that,
Atlas
right?
traps.
High five on some Atlas traps. And my boy right here. We have plans to have you in studio during the SCTP up in Ohio. Looking forward to that. We're going to do a full episode with this young man. Possibly get Brandon in studio with you. Of course, Dad is welcome to come too. Rick is his father is. Let me tell you something.
Coach Webb.
Those that don't know,
Peter, are we going yet?
Hunter Webb and his family, great family,
somebody come up
absolutely
here and
wonderful family.
hold I need
Of course,
some guys
Bobby
down here.
Brooks, like he said, the farm,
Keep
the
it.
sporting
Remember,
club at the farm
this
is
is
where
Chad.
his home club
Everybody
is,
settles up with
and
Julie Gilman.
they've done
Waves
just
to the
such a
audience,
great
buddy.
job with that
He's gonna
SCTP
take the
team.
money.
Yep.
All right?
Bobby's
Just
great.
your credit card.
I've been
Take it
shooting.
over.
This is
All right, we're gonna start bidding a $100 bill.
second year
wants
on the
100? I went ahead on 100. I went
SCTP
two.
team.
Who's two?
So,
Come on, somebody bid it two.
I love
Somebody
Bobby to
bid it two.
death.
I'm in at one.
He's
I need
like
two.
another father to
$200
me,
for the
father
first pick.
figure to
$200
me,
for the
so
first pick.
just
$200
great.
pick. $300
I love
pick. 300. Need
Awesome.
four. Need four. Need four.
Well,
I
Hunter,
need five.
hey,
I got
go
five.
ahead.
Who got six?
Well, I
need
was
seven.
just gonna
Come on,
ask,
seven. You're at six.
so,
I need seven. Come on, $700.
you're in high
$700.
school,
I got
correct?
eight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Who
and
got
what
eight?
you-
Come
what
on,
year
now.
are you
$800
starting
bill. He's
your
in seven.
sophomore,
He's in
junior?
seven.
I'm
Who's in
junior.
seven? He's
I'm
in
going to
seven.
my junior year.
You're
I'm,
an eight.
I'm
He's an eight. I
online
need
school
nine.
now,
Who
so I
got
can
nine?
go to
$900 bill.
traveling. But
$900 bill.
I'm a
900.
junior.
$1,000.
That's awesome.
Nacho,
Yeah,
900.
this is a sharp young man who knows how to point a shotgun.
Nacho, you 11?
For
You're
sure.
1,000.
Well, Hunter,
He's
thank
at
you for
1,000.
joining
I
us.
need 11.
Look
Who got
forward to
11?
having you
Come
in
on,
studio
11.
soon.
Yeah, go Team
You guys
Atlas.
watch for an episode with him soon. Awesome.
$1,100. Come on now. Come on, you cheap bastard. $1,100. I got 12. Who do this 12? Who's
There we
12?
go.
Come on.
Gar-
12.
Gary's
12.
a screaming, folks.
12. I
So-
need 13. Pat, come on. Give me another drink. He'll piss. $1,300. Come on, 13, Pat. Come on, 13, man, with those kind of shorts. Got
We're gonna
$1,300.
watch a
Come on
little
now.
bit of this here,
Come
folks.
on,
Check this
13.
out.
I got 14. Who wants 14? 14, 15. Come on, you red, white, and blue. $1,500, Pat. So go, 15, 16. I need 16. 1,600. So you're at 15. I need 16. Come on here. Come on, 1,600. Come on, somebody's looking for a bargain tonight. 1,600. Pat's in at 15. Pat's in at 15. I'm giving her hell. Come on, talk it over. I'm going to say sold real quick. You're at 60. How much? You need 16 to come back in. 16, need 17. Come on now, 17. Come on, you and Gilman can split it. I'll do the math for you. Really easy, 1,700. Come on, 17. Come on, 17. Sold, $1,600 bill.
Wow, check that out. Brandon Powell just sold $1,600. Awesome. This is, I mean, listen, if you've never been to an event like this, and
Who do you
seen
want to
this,
pick, sir?
This is so cool, so much fun.
You want Brandon Powell.
I think
Fishing
whoever
shirt
paid
aficionado.
$1,600 for him just got a steal.
Starting
Yeah.
to learn when it rains real quick before the rest of us feel it. I'm saying you're bald, that's what I'm saying. Get it all settled up. Tell me when you're ready to go, Julie. All right, second pick.
Look at this
$100
crowd
bill.
here
I'm in
now.
here at 100.
One
I need
down,
200.
15 to
need
go.
two, need
Yeah,
four,
the
five.
Calcutta really
Five. I
brings,
need six. Who wants
everybody
six?
out.
Coming in at 6. Doc's in at 500. Need $600 for the second pick. $500 for the second pick. Now, come on, man. They make fun of you in every place else. Sporting clay shooters and pigeon shooters laugh at you. The Hill East shooters laugh at you because you're all cheap. I need $600 bill for this next pick. $600 bill. $600 bill.
You guys
I'm
think
gonna
we
tell you
should
what, all right,
let
she's
people
sold.
bid on Facebook and
$500
then
Doc Gilman,
front
who
them
you
the
want?
money?
Longthorn, Todd Hitch is sold to Doc Gilman, $500 bill. Todd, you can go sit down now. It's confusing the people, more people standing up here. Wait a second, Todd. All right, what's your condition? All right, Todd, Doc's calling an audible. You have to change your lenses because he owns you now. All right, he said, fuck you, Doc.
See, this is what I was talking about, hide the women and children, folks.
All right, everybody, we're going for the third pick. $100 bill. I'm here at 100. Who wants 2? Who wants 2? I got 2. I need 3. Who got 3? He 3. Come on, $300 bill for the third pick. $300 bill. I have 400. 400. 400. I need 5. I need 5. I need 6. Who's at 6? Who's at 6? He's at 5. I need $600 bills. Come on, $600 bill. $600 bill. Oh, $600 bill. I need 7. I need 7. Who got 8? Who's got 8? Come on now, $800 bill. 800. 800. Who's in at 8? He's in at 8. Sold. $700. Who you want? He wants a French guy. We are so refined over here in America. We're putting our best foot forward for this international audience. We struggle with Jones and Smith, and we just give up on a name like that.
It's Charles Baud, correct?
I'm more bummed that I didn't
All
get
right,
to
here
play
we're
the
going
food
again.
like you
$100
did.
bill for the next pick. $100
What was the
bill.
question?
That's 100.
I said I'm more bummed I didn't get to play the food like you did.
I need
Oh,
two.
no.
Who's got
What
three?
did you
Who's
ask
got three?
him?
This is a bargain, guys.
That was
Still a lot of
that
great
was
shooters here.
Charles
$300 bill.
Baud, right?
Who
I
wants
don't. I
three?
didn't
Who
see who
wants
it
three?
was,
Come
but
on now.
yeah, Charles
300.
Baud was
I need
probably
four. Come
who they
on,
were bidding.
four. Who's got four? Who's got four? I need four. I need four. I need four. He's in at three. I need four. Come on, people. Come on, let's make this a big pot. Let's go home with some money because I know the rest of you aren't winning shit. Let's make some money here tonight. All right, $300 bill. You're still at three. I need four. Come on now. Come on. Sold. $300 bill. Pat Bartell. Who you want, Pat? Who do you want, Pat? A shooter. Pick a shooter. That's what we're doing. Well, there are people you don't recognize, Pat. They're the people well-dressed, not... He's picking ciphers for $300. Jesus Christ, this guy is... Folks, I can't write this kind of comedy right now, but here we are. All right, next bid, $100 bill. I need 100. I'm here at 100. You're two. I'm two. You're two. I need three. Who's got three? Who's got three? I need four. Four. You're at three. Who's in four? You're at four. Five. I need five. Who's got five? Come on, $500 bill. $500 bill. He's in at four. He's in at four. He's in at four. Come on, I need another drink. I'm gonna make this quick. All right, $400 sold. Who do you want? All right, there's the man. Hi, you want Jacques? Jacques sold. $400.
Oh, one of the juniors goes early.
Wow. Man, this is I feel like some of these guys are getting bought cheap tonight.
Sure. Well, you've
All
got
right, guys, a lot of good shooters. I mean, this guy's actually a world champion.
national
I guess you didn't notice.
champion.
That's like,
You've
at least
got
bid on him and pick him to make him
regional
feel
champions
good.
Yeah.
from the
He's getting a
U.S.
little
at
depressed
least.
right now.
This is
$100 bill.
impressive.
Who's in at 100? I'm here at 100. Who needs two? I need two. Three. Got three. Who's got four? Who's got four? John's in at three. I need four. Who's got five? A lot of good shooters up here. $500 bills. This shit's a bargain. Who's at four? John, you want to come in at five? Come on, John. $400. Anybody? We're gonna get it done. All right, $400. Who you want, sir? Who do you pick? Oh, he knows who's picking, so we're good. You're out.
David,
Sit down.
we got any questions coming?
All
in or
right, here we
anything?
go again. We got 100. Who wants 100? Who coming in at 100? 100. I need two. John, you have
That's,
two. I need
Jonathan
three. Who's got
Prince
three? Corey
from,
Cruz is standing around here. $300 bill. It's a
Houston.
bargain, guys. $300.
Yep.
He's in at three.
He actually has come up through the Lone Star Select shooting
300.
team,
You're
their
four?
Greater Houston Sports Club,
Oh wow.
and
Charles Bordeaux right here.
they
He's
have
kind of a
some
good shot.
young
So
men and
you guys
women
at
that
four.
are
Who's at five? I need five.
they
Come
are
on, five.
teaching them
They're
how
at
to
four. I
compete
need
in
five.
Houston,
Really?
Texas.
I need
Yeah.
five. Who's coming at four? I mean, God dang,
Ron
look at this
Ingalls
field of
and
course,
that
this is stunning
group
athlete.
is
I mean, this is the
knocking
best
it
you
out of
could
the
possibly
park.
get, so $400 here.
I think they have maybe 60 kids, and
Come on, you guys can split it.
every month they're celebrating new
on.
kids punching into
Pete
master
Lloyd, he
class.
wants 400.
They are
Wow.
good shooters.
Corey
That's-
Cruz,
that's
Bonnie.
awesome.
You go sit down, Corey. Now.
Oh,
You got boxed,
Corey just
son.
got
Somebody
picked.
loves you. Yeah, somebody loves you.
Everybody loves Corey Cruz.
The biggest smile in sporting clays.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right, we're going again. $100 bill. Who comes in at 100? I need 100. Who needs 100? I need Pat. I need two. Who got two? I need three. Who's
Shooting
three?
with
Got
Corey
three?
this
Come on now.
afternoon,
300. I need 400.
we got to
Who's
talk
got four?
about like
Who's got
what's
four?
it
I
like
got
to
five. Who's
achieve
got
at
five?
such a
Come on
high
now.
level
Five?
for such a
I
long
need
time.
$500 bill. Come on, 500.
You know, and
500. He's in
I
at four.
asked him some
He's in at
questions,
four. Come
and he
on,
was like, "Man,
people.
it was
Come
kind of
on,
refreshing."
$400.
You know, I get.
Sold. 400. Who you want?
Excuse me.
All right, Julie, who do you get? Blaze. Sit down.
Blaze Whitehead.
Nice.
Tonic
Distillery
All
shooter.
right.
Absolutely.
We're getting
So,
it
yeah.
done.
So, but
100.
Corey said it was
Come
kind of
on, next
interesting
pick,
to
100.
just
John's in 100. I need two.
to bring it back to
You're
square
two. I
one
need
and to
three.
remember,
Who's
you know,
four?
what it's
Who's
all
four?
about. You know,
I need
having
five. I need
fun,
five. I
breaking
need
some
five. Who's got
targets,
five?
meeting
Come on,
people.
Charles Bordeaux. $500 is a
Because you
bargain,
kind of
guys.
get
Come
in
on.
a, I don't know,
That's what
David
I
can
do.
probably speak to
500.
this.
Come
Sometimes
on,
you end up
500. You're in at four.
in a vacuum of just
at
trying
four.
to achieve so much.
Sold. $400.
And you know,
You kind of get
forget
tunnel
about
vision.
one of the
yeah.
other pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
Who'd you
And that's
pick?
what makes it so special.
Wyatt. He ain't here. Hang on, we'll get paid up. We'll get caught up here.
I think we're almost. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shooters left.
saw that Eric and Heather from Bear Pelt have snuck into the booth and they're
Yeah.
taking some
Taking
photos.
pictures for the Bear Pelt family photography.
We're getting some counting taken care of here. We'll keep going here.
I know they're a sponsor, but in a very organic sense, Eric, Heather, their daughter Colleen,
All right, here we go.
they
Next
spend a
pick,
lot of
$100 bill.
time
Who comes on at
out
100?
here,
I'll take
and they
100.
do a great
100.
job.
I need
They
two.
take
Who's got
photos
two?
of
I need
everyone
three.
wearing
Who's
their
got three?
product
Who's got
and
three?
host
20,
it
good
online in a
shooters.
couple
Three right there.
weeks
I
so
need
that you
four.
can
Who's
download
got
a
four?
really
Come
good
on,
looking
400.
photo of you
400.
shooting.
I got
So
five. Who got five?
look
I need
at
five.
their
Who's five?
Instagram for
I
that.
need six.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
got
Yeah,
six?
Ben,
Come
I
on,
heard
$600.
that
Look
you're
at-
sneaking
look
up on
at
me
the
on how many
field.
vests you
Corey,
got.
refusing them. Go get away from
Oh,
here.
I might be
need five.
beating.
How many do you
The
have?
difference
Who's
is I
got
pay
six?
for them.
Who's got six?
But the real
Who's got
difference is,
six?
but I really don't
Six
have
back
that many
here.
because I have a bunch of like
Seven.
prototypes,
Come on,
that we were
seven.
testing and
Got
stuff.
seven. Got
How
eight.
many do you
Come on,
have,
Bruiser, eight.
if you don't
Come on,
mind?
Bruiser, I'm gonna take more of that off
Probably
price, Ken, tonight.
17 or
Come on,
18.
That's
Come
awesome.
on,
What's your
900.
favorite one?
I got
What's the most unique
$900.
one you
Come
have?
on, 900. Bruiser's in at 8. You're out. You're out now. I got
You know,
Powell.
Jim and
Got
Jared
G.
Greenwood
Split
are,
between him, $500 a piece.
I consider them practically family.
Yeah,
And
Field,
so I
you
have
tell
one
me
of the
you
new
have.
ones
Come
with the
You
faux
tell me you
leather,
have.
and that
Anybody
green
else?
one.
I got $1,000.
That
Got 900
Greenwood
right here.
logo means a lot to me,
Sold,
and I like
$900.
representing them. I have
You
a
take
black
it
and
down,
gold
go.
one that I've been wearing this week with
Oh, cool.
Auto Pro.
Oh, cool.
Just a great relationship with Grace, and she and all those ladies have taken such good care of me.
Yeah.
Because I tear up my earplugs twice a year.
Yeah.
And then I have a business partner in Abilene, and we're involved in shooting locally on a charity
All right, guys,
scale,
real
right?
quick here.
And so I have some vests
I'm gonna
made with
offer
our
this to
company
you
logo
all.
on it,
We
Cedar
got
Gap
6
Wealth
great
Management,
shooters left
and
here.
we sponsor
We're
things
gonna
at
try
the
to get this
state
fed
and
up
regional
before we lose
level,
light.
just because
I'm gonna
I think it's
auction the
important to
entire
put your money
That
where your
means
mouth is.
one
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Buys
And
the
so
rest, though.
I'm
6
proud.
shooters
I'm
for
proud of
one
what
price.
we've built, and so I like wearing my
All right,
vest.
you guys wanna let that sink in?
Amen to
But
that.
Bear Pelt makes it so
One more.
easy to
All
have
right, Pete's the
so
boss. He says
many
one more.
cool,
Yeah.
different
One more,
designs,
Doc.
and
then we're gonna auction off the whole
I'm
field.
not in as many
All right,
shoot-offs as
so
you,
next
so I don't
pick
change between
on
pegs,
this last
but I do bring one a day.
$100
So
bill coming in at 100.
See, that's what I
need
like about
100.
them. I like to be
Need
able to
two.
have
Who's
like
got three? Needs
a
three. I
specific
need four. Who's
uniform
four?
for a
Where's
specific
four?
day,
Where's four? He's in at
or
three. He's in at
you know,
three.
a
He's in at
specific
four.
vest
I
for a
need five. I
specific.
need five.
You know, one of the
Come on,
coolest
five.
things that I like to
No
do
five.
is
Come on,
instead of
500.
having
Come on,
a
500,
vest
500,
with all my
500,
sponsors on it, I want to have a
need
vest
six.
that's
I need
specifically
six.
designed
He's
for
in
each
five.
individual
You're out.
sponsor.
You're
I can
out.
wear each.
Sold.
I can
You're
wear
out.
one a day and
Yes.
make a whole outfit. Just you know,
500.
today's game board, today's Chromatic, or today's Parazzi.
Absolutely.
You know,
Ron
and
Pitts,
I think that's really cool. But
$500.
one of my favorite things about the Bear Pelt
Let's
vest
get
is
this
just
settled up.
the
Now
ability
we're auctioning off
to
the
allow
entire
each
field. Last
person
5 shooters
that's
for
wearing that
$100
vest
price.
to truly express their own personality.
yes,
And I think that's very cool.
Well, and you know, if you look behind me at the vest that Heather just made me for the Dead Pair Blast,
Thank you, Doc, for looking
I mean,
at
how-
this whiskey I had left.
What is it?
Realized
Here.
it's not going to make
big bug out of the way, but I mean, check that out. I mean, how cool. I mean, you know what I mean?
I think that's pretty awesome.
That is cool. But that,
The only thing that really sucks
oh,
about
wait a
that
minute,
vest
hold
is
on. No,
that
no, no.
name up
All right, we
there.
square up and ready to go again.
Rambo?
All
I don't.
right,
That
one
guy.
last price.
Oh,
You get the
never
rest of
mind.
the field for one price.
cut his mic off.
Here-
Oh,
here's
hey,
the
just
deal.
So,
Need 100
just so
if you
everybody
look
knows.
good,
I need
everyone
85.
assumes that you
I need-
shot
I
well.
need
That's
right.
right. Amen
so,
to that.
So if
So-
you look good standing in the parking lot,
Six.
everybody's like, that guy knows
Six.
what he's
I need
doing.
that guy
seven.
knows
Who
what
got
he's
doing.
seven?
Just
Seven.
so everybody
Seven.
knows.
The guy behind you's in
For a
seven. You're in
chance
eight.
to win this
Eight. I need
vest,
9. I need 9. Come on,
one of
$900
these Dead
bill.
Pair
This is a
Blast
bargain.
videos,
Do the math
vests
on it,
right
guys.
here,
Come on, 900,
you need to
nine-
attend
we're
the
at
Dead Pair
$800
Blast
for
at
the
Vero
rest of the
Beach
shooters here.
the first
We
week of
need
December,
900 to make this right.
and you can
Come
have a
on,
chance of
900.
winning this vest.
900.
So,
And,
that-
and a vest is a
for the
neat
rest of the field.
neat trophy.
blue shirt.
I'll tell on myself. One of the first vests that Bear Pelt did for me when I was the association president for the Texas Sporting Clays Association, as I rolled off that board and fulfilled my term, I put it in a shadow box like it was a sports jersey because it meant a lot to
Yeah.
me. And I don't have it on display, and I'm not showing it to a bunch of people. I just, it's special to me. So, yeah, heck of a trophy. trophy.
Heck yeah.
I did a thing.
I think that's awesome.
Well, hey, listen, I just got the bracket here. Ed Pritchell just handed it to me. So the first pair is going to be Kirsten Sales against Jonathan Prince.
Number 3 versus number 14.
Yes.
Shootout is Kirsten Sales and Jonathan Prince.
We're going to run down through
Second
this
shootout
bracket
is Fava
as the
and
shooters
Romero
come
and
up.
Clayton
so
Nance.
everybody knows
Hold on,
who's up.
Jason.
Third shootout is Wyatt Hardgrove and Corey Cruz. Those, everyone that wants to look at the targets, come on up here and look at the targets. Gonna look at them once.
So yeah, we'll go down through As the shooters are coming up on the stage, so you know who they are if you don't recognize them. But our bracket right here, we'll be announcing this as they come up. We're also going to call the targets for everyone. I know you can't see the targets. Sorry, we're not Chris Claxton. We don't have that kind of technology sitting here. We're shoestring budget with Radilovich over here. He's got to buy dog food for Bella.
Yeah, everything that we have here has to
fit in a backpack.
Connect to my computer sitting at this table and can't stretch any further.
He's got an extension cord. Nobody can see it that runs out to his Tesla. He's not going to be able to drive home tonight. Can't find a supercharger. But hey, we got a laptop. We got a podcast module here, and we're doing the best we can. So seriously, sincerely though, David, no joking around. Thank you so much for helping us with this.
Yeah, happy to help.
So.
Let me go adjust this camera.
Kirsten Sales and Jonathan Prince.
We've said it 3 times now, but as we get closer to the actual shooting competition, the stadium is just backfilling with people.
Oh my gosh.
There must have been a bunch behind us we couldn't see.
Well, remember I said 200 earlier? I bet that's double.
Double.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe the amount of people here. David, are you sure you can't pan the crowd one time? Oh, he's going to try it.
We should get Heather on the mic.
She won't do it. She won't do it. She's too bashful. David, pan the crowd one time for us. Pan the crowd one time for us. No, not us.
Please don't.
Look at this, folks. Look at this shot here. David's going to swing around. Look at all the people here watching this. This is amazing. He's got to back up a little bit. Can you zoom out, David? You got a lens that's about to tag me in the head. It's 4 foot long.
No, the problem I have is that I have a super telephoto lens that is a minimum of 800 millimeter right now, so this is the best we got.
Okay, all right.
I'm all the way zoomed out.
Well, at least you're giving people an idea of what's out there.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I can get some cool zoom ins though if you want me to. Work the camera a little bit. I won't be able to talk, but I'll let you go.
So for those that have never played Make a Break, like we said earlier, there's a random number 1 target on either side of the stage, and then the targets progress in difficulty, numbers 2 through 7, and then it's number 4 and number 5 that you can only call one time,
right?
Because those are difficult but reasonable.
Right. So after they run through the first menu, so they're going to go 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, all the way up to 7. Then they're going to switch sides, and the leader of the points at that point can call the targets that they want and build the score that they want. So this is not just a chance of are they breaking the pairs. Their strategy involved in this is calling the targets and building a score. So
yeah, if you find yourself in the lead during the change, it's not very exciting for those of us who want to watch big targets, but you can win calling some 1-3s and 1-4s.
Well, and see, I think that's where a lot of shooters get mixed up. They think they got to go big,
7,
just go 1-7, 1-7, and they really can just build a score.
Dead pair for Kirsten. Dead pair for Jonathan. Ooh, dead and lost. So 1 point for the number 1, but no points for the number 3. And Jonathan also squirts that number 3.
Okay, so she just
Smashed
killed
the
the
4.
1-4. That's a score of 5.
Yep, as does Jonathan. Dead pair. They've got flash targets in the big target numbers, so that you can really see that puff of orange
David,
powder.
can you get any of those flash targets when they hit them with that camera there? Wow, she just smashed that 1-6.
Oh,
nice.
as is Jonathan.
Dead pair for Jonathan.
Wow, so they reset 7. It is a monster quartering at Shondell. Oh, and Jonathan breaks it on the drop.
8 points.
The score, Jonathan 30, Kirsten 23.
Okay, Kirsten's trailing with a 23 to Jonathan 30. So Jonathan gets the call.
So this would be a time where you just want to make sure you get points on the board and maintain a lead.
Right, and he called a 1-4. 5 points.
35-23 the score, Kirsten. Kirsten goes for the Federal Top Gun 6.
See, she's trying to build score here. 1-6 is what the call. Dead and lost, so only 1 point gain. 35-24.
I'm sorry, by 11.
Yeah, so with an 11-point spread,
calls the 1-5. Can only call that one time. He can only call the 5 once, and he gets it 6 points.
Yeah, so with a 17-point spread now,
17 is the difference,
Kirsten has been pushed to really shoot some high numbers.
She's got to call 1-6 or 1-7 to start making a score.
Federal Top Gun 6.
Misses it.
And she drops it.
41-25.
Jonathan's your winner. 41-25.
Yeah, great shooting by both.
Okay, now you're going to have to help me with this here, Ben. Is it Fabian?
Yeah, looks
Romero?
like Fabian Romero.
Against Clayton Nance, Atlas Trap shooter.
Atlas Trap.
That's my boy right there. Come on, Clayton, get you some.
Fabian hails from Spain. I don't know his home club.
I don't know either, but I watched him earlier. He's an amazing shooter. Amazing shooter. Very fast shooter. Likes to take things early. All right, so out of that break, David, do we have a pen here handy? I want to kind of keep up. We don't have a pen.
Okay, we've got Fabian on the left and Clayton on the right.
Are we ready, guys? Fabian, the surrounding 2 target on your call.
Fabian breaks the first 2 birds. As does Clayton. Dead pair. Dead pair. These guys are good. Dead on the 4 for Fabian.
Oh no, he missed the 1.
Clayton shot over the top of a 1, so he had to shoot it a second time to establish that. Dead pair on the 5 for Fabian. Smashed by Clayton.
Top Gun 6.
Smashed it, 7 points.
Yes. The smoke is still hanging out there. He hit that so hard. And Clayton looks like he came up just a little short there on the 6.
Missed
1
the
point
7.
for the 7 bird.
Clayton has a chance here to build a score back.
Yep. Close the gap.
There it is, 8
wow.
points.
Center punch.
The score, Fabian 26, Clayton 23. Fabian
So we've got a tight game.
No.
26-23.
26, and that's not tied. Clayton's back by 3. So
That's correct.
Top Gun 6.
calls the 6.
And hits the 6.
7 points.
All right, 33-23, Clayton, you trail by 10.
He's going to go for the 7, I bet you.
Clayton goes for the Federal Top Gun 6.
Nope, called the 6.
No target.
No bird.
Broken target.
One's established.
The Federal Top Gun 6 waiting on your call.
You know, Clayton's good at this strategy. A few years ago, he won the Make or Break at Nationals against Derek Mine.
Oh, I know. I remember that. Oh, right over it.
Yep, looked high from here. Of course, we're not exactly near the podium, so
No, but I'm
you
going
can
by-
kind of tell.
Yeah, I sold. He was either the shot string or the wad, one of the two.
Fabian with the 6 again. He's putting the heat to it.
He's dialed on that
Man.
6, man. I mean, he is dialed.
24, Clayton now trailing by 16.
He's got to go big.
And he goes for the Federal Top Gun 6.
Man, why isn't he taking that 7?
Because I think the 6 is significantly more breakable.
Yeah, but he hit the 7 in the main menu. You would think he would. Well, I mean,
It's
everybody
all
has
part
their
of
own
the strategy,
right.
I guess. You know, the 7 may be a little bit of a poke and hope.
There it is.
There you go. He takes the nose off the 6.
Clayton's back by 9.
And he goes for the White Flyer 4.
Okay, now Fabian's using his brain.
Missed
Oh my
it.
goodness, he drops the 4.
Clayton has a chance right here.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
And he goes back to the Federal Top Gun 6.
Man, the crowd is continuing to gather.
Smashes the 6. He's found the 6. I'm trying to be unbiased, but
yeah,
Clayton's
you and
my
Clayton-
travel buddy. Yeah. So go Able Ammo, go Atlas Traps.
Go Atlas Traps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
That was some great shooting. So
Congratulations. That was
Fabian
awesome.
hits the 6 and turns, and he and Clayton shake hands. That was good.
Yes.
That was good shooting.
Oh, absolutely. So the next pair up, we have Wyatt Hardgrove and Corey Cruz. This ought to be a good matchup right here,
Yes,
man. This
yeah.
is going to be good.
Two U.S. guys.
2 U.S. boys just know how to get it done. 2 competitors.
Wyatt has, and my apologies, Wyatt, but Wyatt has some podiums as of recent at some regionals.
Yes.
And has been shooting well. My apologies. I can't call exactly which events and what tournaments those were, but his name is one that has been at the top as of late.
Well,
And
he
so-
did really, really well at the World Sporting in Anthony's.
That's
he shot
right.
Very well there. And Corey, you know, he's been home a little bit more, not traveling quite as much, but the man still knows how to get it done with a shotgun. I mean, let's not think for 1 minute that he forgot. Okay. Taking a look at these targets here.
You know, that's the one thing that you can't just take a bunch of lessons or practice a bunch. Is what it means to win, right?
You got to beat that in your own head.
Yeah,
You know?
and Corey's done that on some of the biggest stages.
Well,
and
Corey is both a national and world champion. I mean, he knows how to win.
The Federal Top Gun number 6.
Yeah, it was super neat to have Anthony in the booth earlier, right? And I alluded to his books and his videos, and nothing replaces, pulling the trigger, swallowing back those butterflies,
Absolutely.
and executing.
Well, you missed it. You were out shooting. We had Brandon Palestine here with us for quite a while. And Brandon talked about Make a Break in the game that it is, and he thrives on the pressure and having all these people
Yes.
watching. So Wyatt's starting off here on the main menu.
Dead pair.
1-2, dead pair. Corey. Dead pair.
These guys leave nothing. They don't chip the one.
No,
The one is turned inside out.
it's dust. Look at that. Oh, had to
Wyatt
double
squirts a
tap the
one.
one.
Yeah. Oh,
See, that's the part of this
and
game,
Corey
folks.
shorts the 4.
Yeah, and that's the part of this game. You take that one for granted, and you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Great break on the 5.
They are tied as of right now.
Just smashes it. Whoa.
Wow.
He ripped that one before it made
That
center
was
field.
impressive.
It was
And now the Rhino Chop 7. One point.
Corey's up now for 7.
8 points. Nice shot. All right, gentlemen, change sides. The score: Corey Cruz 23, Wyatt Hardgrove 22. Corey, it's your lead and your call. And Corey goes waiting for the Rhino choke 7.
Also 7.
1 point. Trailing by 2, 24-22, Wyatt. And Wyatt goes for the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points, and he crushes at the score, 29-24. Wyatt now in the lead by 5. Wyatt, it is your call. And he goes right back to the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point, not this time. Corey, you trail by 6 to score 30-24. And Corey goes for the chromatic 5. 1 point to score 30-25. Wyatt with a 5-point advantage and 2 pair to go. Wyatt? Wyatt goes right back to the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point. 31-25, Corey, you trail by 6 with 2 pair remaining. And Corey goes back to the Rhino choke 7. 8 points. The score 33-31. Corey Cruz with a 2-point lead going into the final pair. Corey calls the Rhino choke 7 for the win.
This so often, how do you still get the joy out of it? And I think we saw it right there.
Yeah.
He was calling big birds and smashing stuff that he knows that the most of the rest of the planet can't touch.
Right.
And that's what it's funny. It's funny to watch. It's funny to watch that happen and see the smile on his face.
All right, so now we have Todd Hitch and Jasper Copeland. This is going to be another good matchup. Couple of young guns here.
That's correct. Yeah, Todd has been traveling quite a bit, shooting a little pigeons, which is a different ancillary game we don't talk too much about.
We're not going to go there.
But he has a world title in that. And then Jasper was in the super final for the World Sporting and put on a heck of a show. I believe he podiumed.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. No, he did not podium. No, he was one off the box.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Both fantastic shooters, both crushing the 2s. Todd is so methodical.
Oh yeah.
Todd crushes the 3. As does Jasper. If I ever move as slow as Todd, you'll know that I'm asleep. I'm sleepwalking.
Yeah, you better put a mirror under my nose and see if I'm still breathing. But he's so methodical.
Oh, if I could shoot 3/4 of as good as he does, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, right? Both these guys are phenomenal shooters.
And what's interesting, and both these guys are shooting relatively new guns to them.
Yes.
And
yeah, Todd's sponsored by Longthorn now.
Yes.
Ooh, he misses the 5.
And Jasper
dropped the 5.
Yeah, so it's no blood in the water there.
Right.
Yeah, and Jasper's shooting a Caesar Guerini Invictus 3.
Yes.
7 points.
They both hit the 6.
Rhino choke 7.
crushes the 1.
Misses the 7.
Oh, I feel like it moved, but it didn't break.
Yeah.
And same for Jasper.
They're tied.
Hitch, it'll be your call first. And Todd goes for the Federal Top Gun 6.
Probably the best mix of how breakable it is and how many points.
7 points. 28-21 the score. Jasper trails by 7. And he calls the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. Tied at 28. Todd is going right back to the Federal Top Gun 6.
Then you called it
7 points. Trailing by 7, Jasper. The Federal Top Gun 6 will do. 1 point. The score now, Todd 35, Jasper 29. Todd with a 6-point lead. Todd, there's 2 pair remaining. And Todd calls the White Flyer 4.
It's definitely being
1 point. The score, 36-29, Jasper is trailed by 7 with 2 pair to go.
Lots of times you see a target fly through the air.
And Jasper goes back to that Federal Top Gun 6.
It doesn't actually move out of your pattern, but it's a jerk the gun.
7 points, and he lights that one up. The score now tied at 36. Going into the final pair, Todd, it'll be your call. And Todd goes to the Rhino Choke 7.
Trying to make a statement.
1 point. 37-36, Jasper trails by a single point in the final pair. And he goes to the Browning 2 to wrap this one up. 3 points, 39-37,
Yeah, I was about to say maybe sub-junior, but definitely a junior.
Okay. And he is shooting off against.
I'm
I knew that.
Fava Laurent.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So I don't know either one of these shooters. Never seen either one of them shoot, so this ought to be interesting.
Yeah, Jacques Bordier, Fava Laurent, 2 gentlemen that have sounds like French, some French heritage.
Yeah.
Which I guess Louisiana was once upon a time.
Yes, it was.
Jacques is the first lefty that we've seen up there today.
Oh, we got a southpaw here.
Yeah.
points. 3 points down to 32-3. 1 point. 1 point down to White Flyer 5 points. 5 points down to 195. 6 points. 6 points. Now the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point. 7 points. Now the Rhino choke 7.
6. 7.
1 point.
It's the 1 but not the 7.
1 point. Go ahead and change sides. Gentlemen, the score. Fava 23, Jacques 17. Fava with a 6-point lead. It's your call. And Fava goes to the white flyer, number 4. 5 points. 28-17 the score. Jacques heads for the Federal Top Gun 6.
Not a good multitasker.
1 point. Nobody home that time to score. 28-18. Fava now leading by 10 with the pair remaining. And he goes to the Federal
You
Top
understand
Gun.
how complicated this shit is. Oh my god. Yeah.
7 points. 35-18 the score. Trailing by 17. Jacques prepare to go. And Jacques calls the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points, and he destroys that one. The score 35-25. Fava leading by 10 with 2 pair remaining. I'm sorry? Fava calls the Federal Top Gun 6 to win the game.
He had already used the 4 and the 5.
1 point. 36-25. Jacques trailing by 11. And he goes to the Federal Top Gun 6 to get things a little closer. 1 point won't do it. 36-26. Fava! Matchup, please, Whitehead and Travis McLoud. Come on up, guys. Ladies on the left, Travis on the right.
Sometimes we have to make responsibilities.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. Ladies, the brown suits are good. Your call. Now the chromatic 5. 6 points. 1 point. Now the Federal Top Gun 6.
Slow your front hand down, David. Yeah, do you have to slow your front hand down? Do you add weight to it?
7 points.
I try to put it but I try to
1 point. Now the Rhino choke 7.
use my hands to move horizontally. All of my movement just coming from a full body rotation. So in that sense, I kind of want like a feels like
1 point.
it's almost weight.
Again, no one should do that. I'm shooting at
Right.
1 point. Change sides. Gentlemen, the score. Players 22, Travis 15. Plays with a 7-point lead. It's your call.
At the top, and you want to get up there, but sorry, you got up. Ouch.
Plays calls the chromatic 5. 1 point. 23-15, trailing by 8, Travis. And Travis goes to the physical top gun 6. 1 point. 23-16, Blades, it's your call. This goes to the federal top gun 6. 7 points. 30-16 the score. Travis, you trail by 14.
Yeah, I got a spray.
And Travis goes to the final 37.
Right. Yeah.
1 point. 30-17 the score. Blaze with a 13-point lead and 2 there to go. And Blaze calls the federal top gun 6 to win the game. 1 point. Won't do it. 31-17 Travis. Down by 14. And Travis calls the federal top gun 6 to try and stay in the game. 7 points. He crushes that one. The score 31-24. Blaze leads by 7. Going into the final pair. And Blaze calls the Browning 2 to win the game. 3 points, 34. Matchup, Charlie Romero and Jesus Garcia. Charlie on the left, Jesus on the right. While they're taking the stage, we'd like to thank Hitch and Intermission for sponsoring the Top Gun Shootout with the Reynolds and number 3 cube. Now a message from Remington. Alright, be sure to check out their great line of ammunition at Remington.com. Thank you, Remington. Charlie, are you ready to do it? Remington target on your call, sir. 3 points. 3 points. Now Remington 3. 4 points. 4 points. Now the white flyer forward. 5 points. 6
Watched it, almost everyone. So, yes, how it goes.
7 points. No targets. One is established. Jesus, ready on your call.
But I just know, I mean, that's something. I can tell you that's super. They're very, very close. This last one on here.
1 point. Now the Rhino Choke 7.
Maybe some extra errant move.
Sides. Charlie with a perfect first half, 33 points to Jesus' 27. Charlie, you've got a 6-point advantage. It's your call. And Charlie calls the White Flyer forward. 5 points. Jesus, 38-27 the score, now trail by 11. And Jesus calls the Rhino Choke 7. 1 point. 38-28 the score. Charlie leads by 10 with prepare to go. And he calls the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point. 39-28. Jesus trailing by 11 once again. And Jesus calls the Federal Top Gun 6.
I think Rodney has the fix in on this guy.
1 point. 39-29. 10-point advantage to Charlie with 2 pairs remaining.
I got my hand the opposite of as far out as possible.
And Charlie calls the Federal Top Gun 6 to win the game.
Nice shit up, Desi.
7 points, 46-29. Now the chromatic 5. 6 points. 1 point. Now the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 7 points. Now the Rhino choke 7.
Lots of control, pushing.
1 point. One point. Go ahead and change sides. Gentlemen, the score. Brandon 26. And
Speaking of
Lukio is 21. Or 26-21 the score. Brandon, you've got a 5-point advantage. It's your call. And Brandon calls the white flyer 4. 5 points, and he lights it up. 31-21, the Fiocchi trail by 10. The Fiocchi calls the Federal Top Gun 6.
He'll get us 4.
7 points, and he crushes it. The score 31-28. Brandon now with a 3-point lead, and 3 pair to go. And he calls the Chromatic 5. 6 points. 37-28, the score, trailing by 9. The Fiocchi.
For those of you guys listening, just give me a little.
The Fiocchi calls the Rhino choke 7.
Going big. This is great.
1 point. 37-29. Brandon with an 8-point lead and 2 pair remaining. And he calls the Remington 3. 4 points. 41-29. You trail by 12. The Fiocchi. The Fiocchi goes right back to the Rhino choke 7. 1 point, 31-30, Brandon Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, we head into the quarterfinal matches next. Jonathan Cruz and Romero are going to go head to head. When they take the stage, we'd like to rank White Flyers about the top room shootout with the White Flyer number 40. White Flyer, America's best target. Check it out at whiteflyer.com. And it's just the your home for the stories on America's best targets. White Flyer. All right, gentlemen, good luck. Jonathan, I've got a Browning 2 target waiting on your call.
I watched that like
3 points. 3 points. Now ready to 3. 4 points. 5 target 1 is established. Fabian, the Federal Top Gun 6 on your call. No targets. Declared machine. Fabian, I'm ready with that Federal Top Gun 6 on your call. Seven points. Now the Rhino Code 7. 1 point. Go ahead and change sides, gentlemen. Jonathan with a score of 26. Fabian with a score of 21. Jonathan, you lead by 5. It is your call. And Jonathan goes right to the white flyer forward. 5 points. 31-21. Fabian down by 10. Goes to the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points, and he crushes it. The score 31-28. Jonathan leading now by 3. And he goes to the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 38-28. Fabian trailing by 10 again, and he goes back to the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point. 38-29. Jonathan now leading by 9 points with 2 pair remaining. He goes back to the Federal Top Gun 6. 38-29, the score unchanged. Fabian trails by 9 with 2 pair to go. And he goes to Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points, and he crushes us the score 38-36. Jonathan cut back to a 2-point lead in the final pair. And Jonathan calls the Federal Top Gun 6 to win this game. No targets on your call, Jonathan. 7 points, 45-46. Jonathan wins. Quarterfinal match is Cruz and Copeland. While they take the stage, we'd like to thank Pelt for sponsoring the Top Gun shootout. Remember, Pelt vests are made right here in the USA. They're super lightweight, breathable, and you can customize them to be one of a kind, just like you. Check them out. It's not just a vest, it's your new uniform. All right, guys, are we ready? Rounding 2 target, coming at you. It's hard to see that. Okay. Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 7 points. Now the Rhino Church 7. 8 points.
We really haven't seen so many sevens.
8 points. Same size. Gentlemen, the score. Jasper Copeland with a perfect first half. 33 points to Corey Cruz's 31. Jasper with a 2-point lead. Your call. And Jasper goes right to the Federal Top Gun 6. No target, Jasper. Once established, I'm ready at your call.
That is a sharp one.
7 points. 40-31. Corey trailing by 9. And he goes to the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 40-38. Back to the 2-point spread. Jasper, it's your call. The Federal Top Gun 6. No targets. All right. Once established, Jasper, on your call with a Federal Top Gun 6.
No, it'll make it work.
7 points. 47-38. Corey trailing by 9. And he goes to the Federal Top Gun 6. 1 point. All right, the score, 47-39. Jasper leads by 8. He goes right back to the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 54-39, the score now. Corey trails by 15 with 2 pairs to go. Goes to the Federal Top Gun 6. 7 points. 54-46. Jasper leads by 8 going into the final pair. And he calls for Remington 3 to win the game. All points, 58-46.
We're on to the next bracket. Fava and Blaze Whitehead. Blaze has been standing off by himself to the left.
Let's make Rhino Totes to sponsor the Top Gun Shootout with the Rhino Totes number 7. Remember, Rhino Totes produce a tighter course and you can shoot a higher score. Check it out at rhinototes.com. Shoot Rhino Totes and make more score. All right, here we go. Quarterfinal match. Number 3. Ronnie, 2 target at your call. Your target, call again, please. 3 points. 5 points, down at Copeland at 5. 6 points. 6 points. Now the federal top gun 6. 7 points. 7 points. Now the Ryan took 7. 1 Whitehead crushes the Ryan took 7, and that takes him to a perfect first half. 33 points to Fava 26. Blaze lead by 7 going into the first pair in the second half. Here's what you call. Blaze goes to the White Flyer 4. 5 points, 38-26. Fava trailing by 12. And he calls the federal top gun 6. 1 point, 38-27. Blaze with an 11-point advantage and 3 pair to go. And he calls the Remington 3. 4 points, 42-27 to score. Fava trailing by 15. He calls.
Well, that just fixed something. What's that sound like? Can you hear me? Yeah. So David's learning his audio here as we go. Yeah.
Okay, we may be back on. All right. Apologize about the technical difficulties.
Sounded to me like it was a camera microphone that was picking things up.
He goes to the federal top gun 6 to stay in the game.
Yeah, so to catch everybody up, Blaze straighteded the numbered round. And
there we go.
Blaze
so
is your winner.
They went head to head, and Fava missed a 6. Blaze Whitehead moves ahead. So
sorry about the audio, guys. Apparently, what happened was somehow, without changing anything, the audio on the camera took over the audio of the soundboard, and so I just switched it out of.
We're back, man.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Tell me, Jason, we may have just spared them, right? Some of our nonsense.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing, you know.
So now this is a serious matchup. We've got Charles Baud from France
against
and
Brandon Powell,
reigning world sporting champion
and national champion.
So we've got Charles on the left and Brandon on the right.
What if you couldn't hear this?
Taking a little commercial break here for Make a Break. So
Charles turns back at the crowd and smiles really big. It's cool to see these guys having fun.
All right, everyone. This is going to be a good matchup. You're talking about two amazing shooters right here. Charles straighted the menu the first time he was up here.
Kills the 2, no problem. Here's the 1-2 for Brandon. One is dead. Smashes the 2. These should be pretty straightforward for these guys, but you never know.
Oh, yeah.
Easy work of the 3. There you go. Little wind on that one. Brandon held on to it for a minute, but he puts 4 points on the board.
Smart to hold on to it for a minute, you know.
Crushes that 4. And the same for Brandon. 5 points.
You can tell a difference in when these guys break targets versus when you and I do.
Absolutely.
There's nothing left of when they shoot the target.
Absolutely. Easy work of the 5. Yep, Brandon puts the 5 on the board.
So far they're straight. So far they're tied.
Charles gets set for the 6. 1 is dead. And 6 is no problem.
I'm telling you, with Brandon's style, that 6 lends itself to his way of shooting. And there it is.
And center punch.
Center punch. Now, the 7 was his nemesis on the first round, Brandon's nemesis, but he did win the round.
Okay, 1 is dead, 7's up.
Ooh, he
and
misses
Charles
the 7.
misses the 7. Yeah.
See what Brandon can do with it here.
Okay, the 1 is dead.
And smacks that
Brandon
7.
crushes the 7 before it rolls over.
33-26. Brandon's call on this one.
The 4, all right.
There you go.
Managed
Build your
the score.
5 points, 38-26, Charlie. Charlie goes right to the Federal Top Gun 6.
Charlie calls the 6.
Okay.
And crushes
hits
it.
the 6.
38-33 the score. Brandon leads by 5. And he calls the chromatic 5.
Okay, Brandon's up 5, calls the 5. Crushes it.
Now he's up 11.
Testing. Okay, good.
Trailing by 11, and Charlie goes to the Federal Top Gun 6.
Okay. Mr. Bardot calls the 6.
Brandon's forcing him to call bigger targets.
No problem.
Got it.
7 points on the board. Crushes the 6.
And he goes to the Remington 3.
Wow. Interesting call. Calls the 3, crushes it.
Yep.
Up
To
by
make
7.
him shoot the big
Right,
bird.
right.
Because there's no second chances.
Right. And he crushes it.
48-47, Brandon Powell.
Brandon up by 1.
Going into the final pair. He calls the Federal Top Gun.
Calls the 6. Crushes it.
Crushes it. So now Charles has to crawl.
He has to call the 7.
to call the 7.
He
has to hit the 7 to tie.
Yeah, just to tie up the game. See what he does here.
Smashes the 1.
Oh, and he drops the 7. There it is, right there. Brandon Powell.
Okay, so not that we're not a little biased, but we have Jonathan Prince and Jasper Copeland against Blaze Whitehead and Brandon Powell, an All-USA.
All-USA final. This is going to be this. So Jonathan Prince, Jasper Copeland, your first pair. Then Blaze and Brandon.
I don't know if they're nervous or not, but I'm nervous for them.
I know. I'm starting.
I'm
I'm
excited.
kind of on the edge of my seat here a little bit. You know, this is awesome.
All right, some great shootout action. We're headed out into the quarterfinals next. Jonathan Prince is going to face off against Jasper Copeland. While they're getting ready, we'd like to thank Chromatic for sponsoring the Top Gun shootout with a Chromatic number 5, dude. Chromatic, the world's best traps. Please check them out. There are extensive line of traps at chromatic.biz.
So we've got Jonathan on the left and Jasper on the right.
Talk to them about some great deals on the world's best traps.
David, are you back with dinner yet? I mean, what's going on over here, man? He had one job, you know? I give him one job to go get us some food.
$20,000 first time ever.
Can anybody tell I'm hungry?
FITASC World Championship. First place is going to get $10,000. Second place,
I mean, I'm down
$5,000.
50 pounds from a year ago,
Third
so.
place, $3,000, and fourth, $2,000. All right, so that's the Pelts, 10, 5, 3, and 2. And here we go. These guys are vying for that money now. Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan's going to lead us off here. Start on the menu.
No problem with the 2. Same, 3 points for Jasper. Four points for Jonathan. 4 for Jasper. Easy work of the 4 there for Jonathan. See if Jasper can cover. And he does with authority.
Yes.
6 points.
Crushes the 5 for Jonathan. Same for Jasper. These guys are staying neck and neck.
Top Gun 6.
Oh, and Jonathan drops the 6 as he looks back to the crowd. And Jasper pulls ahead right in the middle of the 6.
Oh, just misses
Jonathan
the 7.
drops the 7. So no 6 and no 7 for Jonathan.
Ooh.
Nope.
All right, so Jasper's up by 6.
Yeah. I believe Ed just said 26-20.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. He's up by 6. Going for the 6 right off the bat. Crushes it.
He destroys it. The score 33-20. Jonathan, you trail by 13.
I was going to say that's a quick, easy way to push his chips in.
Force his hand.
And drops the 7. You know, it lands inside the fence, but when it's in the air, it looks a mile.
Yeah.
4 points.
Yep, Jasper with the 3.
And Jonathan calls the Rhino choke 7.
He's trying to close the gap quick. He hits it.
Oh, and he does on the drop. We haven't seen. I don't think we've seen any competitors hit it that far over.
And he calls the White Flyer 4.
Jasper with the 4, managing his lead efficiently. They accidentally threw the 5.
1 is established. White Flyer 4 on your call. 5 points.
No problem for Jasper on the 4.
29 to score. Jonathan trailing by 13 with 2 pair remaining. And he calls the Rhino choke 7.
Back at
Jonathan
the 7.
going big again.
Oh, and he drops it.
That's it.
The
Jasper's
evil Knievel
winner.
strategy. Sometimes you can't jump the Grand Canyon.
Right.
Well shot by Jonathan.
Yes.
Just to make it to that final 4.
Okay. Your next pair here, Blaze Whitehead, Brandon Powell. We've seen these guys in a final make or break several times.
Several times.
And it's always touch and go. You know, you never know. They try to force each other's hand and make that mistake, and it's interesting because they're both very strategic.
Yes. Yeah.
Before they do that, we'd like to thank Clay Target Vision for sponsoring the Top Gun shootouts. Now a word from Clay Target Vision, the world's largest POA dealer.
You know, while Ed plays this commercial, you know, they do a really good job, and this is always one of the highlights of the regionals and lots of the major shoots where they bring this
the show.
fun game. Yeah.
This is definitely the show.
I don't know if it's on screen or not, but there's video boards on either side, and you know, Ed has some sponsors that he needs to thank, and it's a really good production.
Yeah.
It's always neat to see the flags lining everything, everybody gathered around. This is, I know there's a parkour 4 viewing this week, but this is the spectator friendly part of sporting clays.
Absolutely.
All right, so Blaze takes the first 2 birds, no problem. Three for Brandon. Both of these guys hit the number 3 bird, no problem.
Oh!
And then Blaze, a little quick on the trigger, drops the 4.
Brandon
hits the middle of the 4. Absolutely.
Yeah, he capitalized on it.
All right.
Look at this.
Blaze with the 5 here.
If Mrs. Heather Roden was not a hero enough providing the Starlink, now she's providing drinks for us.
Yeah, Blaze makes easy work of that 1-5 pair. And Brandon covers. All right, here come the exciting targets.
Yes. Crushes that 6. I mean, they are centering
Smoke
that
hanging
target
in the air at 50 plus yards. Up. All right, here comes the 7 for Blaze. 1 is no problem. 7's up.
Oh,
and he drops the 7.
Like he was just behind it.
So, hey, I'm gonna ask a few. I've got Clayton, who was actually in the final a minute ago, who's going to come up and he's going to scale the fence here. I don't know if we can get him on
he's not
on screen
he's
or
not
not.
in the screen.
Yeah,
yet.
come on
Get up
around,
there,
Clayton.
They can sit between us here on the bench.
No, take the seat. Take the seat.
You sit there.
Brandon takes the 4, no problem. So, talk to us a little bit about Make or Break. You made the shoot off, and you made it multiple times at multiple big events. Tell us about Make or Break. What makes it fun? What makes it exciting? And why do you play all the time?
Make or Break's just a. Let's see what Blaze goes here. Blaze smashes the 6. Man, it's just a game of like letting it rip, right? And I think that's the best part is just standing up there and knowing that you gotta let it eat. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Plus, there's a strategy of building a score against the opponent. You're neck and neck with the guy right next to you. Your head's up, right? And that's not something we're used to in sporting because you're kind of on your own when you're in the box or in the peg. And you're on a stage head-to-head with your opponent.
100%. That's a good point because that's my favorite part, right? It's like, what strategy are you going to play? So the guy who's in the lead, for the people that don't know, makes the call first. And so sometimes there's a lot of strategy of like just being 1 or 2 points behind and putting the pressure on the lead guy. You come down to the last pair, and he's got to call the 7, and that makes it fun for sure.
So right now Blaze is Blaze is 12 points back. He's got to go big in order to try and build that score back. So
12-point spread. Let's see what the call is.
Calls a 6, misses it.
Misses a 6.
It's over.
Yeah.
Brandon Powell.
Yeah, so Brandon gets that one.
So now we're going to have your final is going to be Jasper Copeland and Brandon Powell. We won't dive into the drama of that, but there is some history there, so this ought to be interesting.
Those guys used to shoot together quite a bit, and so
both Georgia boys. Yeah.
They'll be an East Coast final, right?
Yeah, an East Coast. No,
they will
Southeast.
they will each be excited to outdo the other. So let's see who comes out on top.
And trust me, they're both thinking right now I'm going to make a statement.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'd be a good show for sure.
Well, hey, look, fellow Atlas Trapsmen, myself right here. We're both Atlas dealers. Well, you shoot for Atlas.
Yes, sir.
I'm an Atlas dealer. We love us some American-made Atlas traps. Real quick, talk about that. The training that you get over an Atlas trap, because you don't have to worry about the breakage. You know you're going to get a consistent target. Talk about that for a second, Clayton.
Man, I'll tell you that my favorite thing about the Atlas trap is just how confined the whole system is, right? Yeah. Everything you need is on one cart, solar panel,
receiver,
battery, regulator, batteries, all one cart. For me, time's limited, right? So if I get home from work, got an hour of daylight left, I want to go out, push a button, and target them out. Right. So that's my favorite part about the Atlas system. I've got 16 traps at home. They never let me down, other than putting targets in them. That's it.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love them. And, you know, it's funny because my customers, that's where the big feedback comes from. That's where you know you have value in something. They call me like, I can't believe it, man. I have ran thousands of targets and I've not had a problem.
Not an issue.
Not a breakage, not anything. So it's just, I love it. I love being part of the Atlas family. Thank you for spending 100%. A few minutes with us.
Thanks.
Thank you for being part of the Atlas family.
Yeah, brother, anytime. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We'll get you back on soon, trust me. All right, buddy.
So I don't know if he's going to take me up on it, but I made direct eye contact with Zach Kienbaum, and so if I can get Zach to come in for like 2 seconds and just say, hey, that'd be great. Zach, the stairs are over there.
So just so everybody knows what's going on right now, Blaze and Jonathan are shooting off for second place. So we're going to see what happens here.
Zach, do you want the chair or the bench?
I'm good.
All right, sneak in here with us. So
national champion Zach Kienbaum. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man?
How's your week?
Pretty high tech, guys.
Well, you got to thank David Ordovich for the high tech stuff. So.
Yeah.
So, Zach, you've shot World FITASC all over the world.
Yeah.
How does this event stack up to?
This stacks up with any of them, really. Yeah. Targets have been incredible. The terrain's great. It's not hot.
Right.
That helps.
That helps a ton. Yeah.
But they've done a phenomenal job. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Talk about your performance this week. I mean, we all want to do better, but what do you think going into the event and where you're at now? We got tomorrow's the final.
I don't really. I think I'm sitting pretty good.
I think so too. Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the scores today, but I've shot well.
It's just funny because no matter what, even the person leads like, man, I got that one or two that I've dropped, you know.
Right.
And so I thought for sure that's why I said
I've
that.
probably only dropped one bird that I thought I should have hit. Everything else has been tough. Yeah. They're tough, and the last 2 days of high wind has blown some birds out, but I mean everyone's got the same conditions.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we've seen some people that were in the lead that wind got them. You know, got to them. So back to the score.
Oh yeah. No, it's been phenomenal. Jamie Peckham's done an incredible job on the targets. I haven't shot any of the side events, but the main event's incredible.
Yeah. Hey,
so tell me about that. The side events are you just so focused on the main and want to be fully present, or just didn't fit with the schedule, or
mainly the schedule. Having to shoot all 3 events mandatory to be in the money didn't sound that fun. Sure. But we went to Northbrook last weekend, and I only shot FITASC, and we enjoyed the relaxing week of just go shoot your parkours and be done. And I knew, as beautiful as this place is, I'd want to hang out and see people and enjoy it.
Well, so you obviously have some professional obligations and have been spending time with your sponsors and then flying the Team USA flag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I have not fired a shell that wasn't at a main event target here.
That's
okay.
Awesome.
So we've been commentating and watching as the make or break bracket develops. Tell me, I don't ever see you shooting much make or break.
I used to. I would always try to jump in there, but I don't know, getting a little older, try to conserve my energy a little bit.
Pace yourself a little bit, man.
And yeah, just pace it, and that's everyone's different, you know.
Sure. No, make or break's not my game, but there's some people that will stand out here from dusk till dawn.
Absolutely.
So real quick, these guys are tied up, and I was mistaken. They're shooting for third place, not second. Blaze back by 1 point. Hey, real quick, Zach, I know you and I share something in common. We've been a very big proponent for women in the sport and the competitiveness, and Halen's sitting at the top right now.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be if that girl could pull this off for an HOA, and what that would do for our sport?
That would be incredible.
I know, right? I mean, you got to be super happy for her, you know?
Right.
I even know you're competing against her right now, right?
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Blaze Whitehead. Just pulled that off.
Third place pays.
Third place pays.
Good win for him.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's guaranteed money in this tonight, so that's great.
Well, Zach, thank you so much. I know you've got a busy schedule this evening,
Absolutely.
so
Thank you,
thanks for
Zach.
jumping in the
Appreciate
booth
it,
with
sir.
us.
I thought you just wanted to ask me, so I didn't know you were.
Yeah, that we're putting you on. Well, we're live. David's running everything, so yeah. I hope you're not hiding from anybody because we just outed you.
Yeah, we're going to get him as an audio-video guy here, so.
But I want to take the opportunity, one, to thank everybody that participated, but on my end, most importantly, our team out here. We had a lot of guys working really hard.
Yeah, Pete pulled off a heck of a shoot, and we still have a day left, and I could leave tonight and be over the moon.
Come on up. Where's Gary at? Steve Knoll, where you at? I want you to know who they are. Clint Dricken.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but he's calling up the Mr. Kruger, Gary Fitzgerald, Steve Knoll, guys that were setting a lot of the side events.
Kelly, my sister.
They all look pretty clean and put together now, but the truth is they have been loading targets, running around with muddy boots, dirty hands from handling clay pigeons nonstop.
Pete's given some much needed praise to the people in the trenches that have put this event on. So,
how many times has Game Unlimited? They've held quite a few major shoots, correct?
I've only been here one time for the regional a couple years ago.
Okay.
That was the first time I'd come up. I'd be here every summer if they throw something.
Yeah. This place is amazing. You know, it's so funny. I was driving out I was getting ready to drive out to the FITASC, and Julia told me, she's like, just take this road. You're going to drive for a while. And she said, when you think you've gone too far, you're only about halfway out there. And oh my goodness, I mean, I think it took 20 minutes in a golf cart to get out to the first parkour. Yeah, this place is huge.
They worked their butts off. We had a lot of poor weather leading up to the shoot. More rain, 10 days leading up to the shoot than we had all of 2023. So we were working hard.
Well, again, special thanks to the Bear Pelt family who's helping us pull all of this off, of which Zach is a member.
Family.
All around the world.
So I think he has some of the cooler looking vests, big Beretta logos, big Winchester logos, so pretty sharp.
Happy people. We want to make sure you guys know that we're grateful for that. So make a break shootout, 20 grand.
Again, Pete's given some much needed praise to the people in the trenches. I mean, this is awesome that he's recognizing his staff. So.
But history's being made right there, and history for our club is being made, hosting a world championship. We're looking to do great.
Zach, tell us what's next on the agenda. A little bit of coaching. I think we've got some time between now and the U.S. Open.
I'm going to Northbrook this next week to teach for 7 days, and then we're flying to Alaska for 2 weeks in front of the U.S. Open to not shoot at all.
Yes.
I'm not taking a gun. I don't want to see a gun.
little relaxation and
fishing and relaxing, and we'll fly back to Chicago for the Open.
So I expect some halibut fillets when you get back.
We're going offshore. I can bring back some.
All right, you guys heard it. He's bringing me back halibut fillets, right?
All right. Well, enjoy your July. Enjoy your time in Alaska. See you at Northbrook.
We appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Zach.
Good luck to you the rest of the weekend. Zach Kienbaum, ladies and gentlemen. So, 3-time national champion, 2-time bridesmaid.
it's so cool to get to interact with these super high achieving guys in our sport. And like you said, Brandon was here before I got here. We've pulled a few people in, done some fun, off the cuff interviews throughout the week that will be cobbled together into, something for the YouTube channel or something for the other social medias.
And that's the cool thing about our sport is
they want to share.
They want to share. They want to talk to everybody. Look, you could be a new shooter and have that same conversation with Zach, and he'd love to talk to you.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I love about our sport. There's just so much camaraderie. There's so much. The best thing I've ever heard came from Tommy Browning. There's no strangers in sporting clays, just friends you haven't met yet.
Sure.
So here we go. This is our final round here. Jasper Copeland and Mr. Brandon Powell. This ought to be good, folks.
Jasper on the left. First call of the called round. 1 is dead. 2 is dead. No problem.
What do you guys think? Hey, Jason. What do you guys think is going to be the outcome of this? Are they doing 3 rounds like normal, or is it 1 round? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I think they're both trying to make a statement right now. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna see if I can read the body language a little bit and get a good.
Look at the aggressiveness, David, of them taking these targets.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Brandon
misses a 4. and the crowd goes wild. Jasper hits the 5.
Oh, he drops
Brandon
the 5.
Misses the 5. Okay, here comes the 6. All right, Brandon makes easy work of the 6.
I think it's going to come down to the last pair and the lead will switch.
You think?
Yep.
Jasper drops the 7.
This
I
would be
expect Brandon to
dead
attack
pair.
this.
Dead pair right here. Watch.
Dead pair.
Smash.
So he's
You're
within
right,
a
man.
point now.
David
he's within
knows.
a point.
Yeah, I know.
2 points. Jasper's got 2 points.
And Jasper goes straight to the
It'll stay within 2 points. So they both will keep hitting 7s until the last one. Or 6.
All right.
Interesting strategy there because it's going to make. The question would be, is he going to go with the 7 to try to close the gap a little bit, or is he going to go with 6 and keep it and expect Jasper to.
Goes with the 6.
Okay, so basically what that says is he's expecting Jasper to miss.
Yeah.
Jasper back to the Federal Top Gun 6.
And he hits the 6.
And Brandon Powell back to the Federal Top Gun 6 as well.
6, yep.
6 and out.
7 points. He destroys it. The score 40.
Yeah.
38.
With
Okay,
authority.
I hate to say this, but you see how much longer he's taken? The cadence changed of everything? He'll hit this, but not as hard. Watch.
He hit it.
Yep. It's hard to tell with
pretty solid.
Yeah, but it's also a flash target.
Sure.
What's he calling?
And he goes to the Rhino Choke 7.
The 7.
That's dumb. It doesn't make sense.
Unless you center punch it.
Yeah.
Within a point.
The probability's not there. David, you're exactly right. That's not how you play the game. But
But wasn't that his last pair? There's no way to close a 2-point gap with a 1 target difference.
And he misses
Missed
the
the 1.
Told
And
you.
shoots it on the drop.
1 point.
Jasper 38.
Hey, what'd I say?
2 point lead. Jasper's got a 2 point lead over Brandon. Final pair.
the crowd is insane. It is electric.
Calls the Remington 3 to win
Calls the
$10,000.
3.
Oh, so this is
and hits it.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so.
And it happens again. He won't shake his hand.
As they visit for a second, and they are.
I just want to say something.
They are finished.
Hey, I just want to say something.
Brandon is your
Powell
champion.
Is your winner, $10,000.
The reason why I predicted that ending was because of the way that Jasper handles this and the fact that he won't shake his hand still. That type of outcome will happen over and over and over again until he will do that, because the reason why he chokes is because of what he's holding emotionally inside. That's why.
Well, that's your leaderboard right there. Brandon Powell, Jasper Copeland second, Blaze Whitehead third.
Some fantastic shooting.
Brandon clears $10,000. Wow. What a shoot off.
Yeah, that was exciting.
I don't think you could have scripted that.
No, I don't think you could have scripted that at all. You know, as far as crowds go, it's always fun to watch Make or Break, but this one, you could. Cutting the tension with a knife is such a cheesy, overused saying, but you could feel it here.
Right.
It was the real deal. I see a few competitors still kind of hanging around the front. Blaze shaking hands with some folks, and of course Julia Gilman with HOA Sports Management, and Ed and his crew folding everything up. I don't know if they're going to do podiums and photos.
Well, we might be getting all top three of them up here for an interview real quick. We're going to find out briefly.
I hope we do, because I want to ask some questions to Jasper.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If that happens, everyone, David, what we'll probably do is have you swing a camera. We'll get the hell out of the way.
I can flip this camera around. I can put a different lens on it if you want me to.
Well, let's just wait and see here. Everybody hang with us for a minute. We're going to see. Yep, they're coming up here. So, David, let's swap around real quick.
Sure.
We got to get up. Let's move these chairs out of the way.
Yep. Well, and
everybody hang with us. Don't move, okay?
They actually just made a quick announcement to send those guys over. So.
Out.
There's going to be 4 true pairs to shoot off here for the sport play relay event.
Hey, move your chair out, please.
Wyatt's going first.
All right, everybody, hang out just a minute. We're going to have all the top three up here for a little press conference real quick. Stick with us. Okay, so this one, they'll pass this one back and forth. We're not going to be on the camera. All three will sit right here. Am I still on the, yeah, there we go.
Lost pair. Final pair coming up.
Derek and Wyatt, I guess shooting off for one of the sporting prelims?
Yeah, they are. They're shooting off for a prelim. Derek Mine, Wyatt Hardgrove.
Wow. Those birds are so far out there that they pull the trigger and they break on a delay.
Yeah.
Derek shooting really well leading up to the Olympics because he will be competing in Paris.
Yes. Derek just smacked that pair. Wow. Man, that's they're using a different target set out there, and that target's got to be, well, it's 40 yards past the fence. That's got to be 80 yards. Incredible shooting.
Derek enjoys being on the stage for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sorry you guys aren't seeing this. David's swapping the camera lens around. He's getting it, so when we have the top three from the Make or Break shoot-off up here, we're going to do a press conference style interview with them real quick. They'll pass the microphone back and forth, so we'll get right to that. Just bear with us, everyone. They're shaking hands and all happy and being congratulated, so give us just a minute here.
All right, Derek, dead loss on the last pair.
Could I ask you to go around please? I know Ed announced it, but they're not coming.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Bear with us, everyone. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, man? Are you shooting?
I've just been informed by people now that they've got a staff waiting to see you live at the clubhouse. The bar is open and they're ready for your participation.
Oh, really?
Thanks again, everyone. See you at the bar.
You had to get some practice. Oh, really?
All right, they're making their way up here. Sorry for the little bit of intermission here, everyone. Bear with us.
Hey, Jason, where do you want this?
I want the 3 right here. I'm going to be out of the camera. It'll just be them. We'll pass the microphone. So however you want to do it, if you want, I can sit down here. Okay. And sit down here. David, honestly, the webcam's picking up all of this.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Hey, sit down, Jason. And then scoot over where the other, yeah, over there. And then where the third person will be.
Looks like they're making their way up here. Give us 1 second. Yeah, I need them to come up here. We're live still, so. All right, here comes Blaze Whitehead. Come on up here. Now. Jasper, come on in here, buddy. Come on, guys. Bam, bam, bam. Good, sit down.
Sit down?
Yeah, all 3 of you will be sitting down here.
Okay.
And then we're going to ask questions. You guys just pass the microphone to whoever's we're asking the question to. We're waiting on Brandon. We'll get started here.
Okay. I'm not good at
Brandon,
being put
come
on the spot, so. I'm like.
All right, there he comes. He just saw me. He's coming.
I like your vest, David. Your vest.
Oh, I couldn't
It's
hear.
cool.
I did everything. I can't tell where the sound is coming from.
You're good. You're good. It's cool.
Test. Yeah. Thank you. It's my shoes.
Hey, there you go. That's cool. How about that? That's crazy. Good design. I would have never thought of that until you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I just wanted something crazy looking.
Hang with us, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. I tried. I tried to get them.
We just need Jasper to scoot a
I'll
little
help
bit. Or no? That's
And
good. That's good there.
I got jumpy on the 4, and I just went like this instead of a smooth move, and I just,
Do you think, like, as many times as we've done that, like hundreds, it would make you nervous? And I'm up there just, same.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, and then once I missed that 6, I was like, oh, There you go, buddy.
All right, everyone, we got your top 3 from the Make or Break shootout. Brandon Powell, Jasper Copeland, Blaze Whitehead. Blaze, we'll start with you, bud. Let's talk about the pressure. Did it get to you, or did you just make a little simple mistake that?
I felt the pressure a little bit, as we all did, I'm sure. I got a little jumpy on the 4 and didn't make a smooth movement with it and ended up missing it. So.
Jasper, what about you, man? I mean, you guys were neck and neck going into this. You had a little bit of a lead. Do you feel like you just got your hand forced and that caused you to make a mistake, or was it strategy on calling targets? What do you think?
Yes, sir. So first of all, thank you for having us. But it's one of those things. I shot well all night, but there's a difference in shooting well and scoring well. So that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Absolutely, Brandon. Man, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
We just talked about purse. You just walked away with $10,000. So congratulations on that. Talk about going into the final. You were down. You dropped the 4. You dropped the 5, which everybody was, whoa, but you worked your way out of a deficit. What was the strategy when you guys flipped sides and it was time to start calling targets and make it up a score? What was the thought process going through that?
Didn't really think about it a whole lot. I just, I switched my lenses. The shadows got kind of bad, the lighting, and I actually shot in front of the 4 and shot in front of the 5. But I knew, I've been right in the middle of the 6 and the 7 all night, so I knew that if I hammered on the 7 and stayed on him, that in the end I'd get the lead back. So
yeah, we were sitting here watching, and we would notice, like right now, the sun is coming back around, and the 6, for example, where you're seeing that black bottom, you could see it early, but when the shadows came in, it seemed like you had to wait for it to come into the sky. Did you have some of that going into it? I know you switched lenses.
Not really. It was more I think the orange targets up in the blue sky was the problem. Then the shadows set on some of the lower stuff where you wanted to see it, you just couldn't see it good.
Yeah, Blaze, real quick, did you have any kind of strategy or game when you switched sides? Because you actually had a little bit of a lead there for a while.
Yeah, when I switched sides there, shooting against Brandon, I knew I had to go big, especially after missing that 4 and Brandon hitting it. So my strategy was pretty much just to go big and try not to miss.
Yeah. Jasper, over to you. You had a lead going in when you guys switched sides. What was your thought process? Was it build a score, or let me just try to stretch it out immediately?
So I've tried to play each game about the same way, just tried to stay steady on that 6. And I was just talking to Blaze earlier, as many times we've done this, you would think you'd get nervous or get tight, but, for shooting for that kind of money and just something I've watched, looked up to these guys doing since I was a kid. So never thought I'd be up there with them and doing that. So that's a big part of it for me.
That's awesome. I know each one of you got people you want to thank. We'll just start with you and bring the microphone down. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir. So definitely Reynolds Lake Oconee, Caesar Greeny, Promatic, Marlette Fine Arms. There's several people that really, really helped me a lot, and I appreciate all of them for sure. I know I'm missing some.
Yeah, for sure. There's a bunch of people I'd like to thank for sure, but a few people I could think of is Promatic, Kids and Clays, Granny from PMS, and, my parents and everybody that supports me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a few people I'd like to thank also. I'd like to start it off by saying, thanks to all my haters for continuing to drive me to the winner's circle week after week. I love you. Thank you for doing what you do. And then, Tiffany and my family, thank them for being on the road with me. And, Krieg Golf International, Remington, Briley, all those people, Clay Target Vision, they do a lot for me and can't thank them enough. So, great gear.
Got a final question for him, Ben?
Come on, lay it on.
So during the Calcutta, Gary Fitzgerald makes some thinning hair jokes. What do you have to push back at with Fitz?
Shit, that's just part of getting old. He's getting old too. I mean, I'd rather have thinning hair than look like that guy. So it's all good.
That is the bottom of the bucket right there.
Yeah,
so.
it's all good, So
no, I think it's awesome that you guys can not only shoot well, but stand up there, smile, laugh, rib at each other, and just thanks for everything that y'all do to make clay shooting awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's something that I think needs to happen. It makes it fun. Keeps it real. When you can cut up and joke around with people and not take it to heart. And know that the guy that's screwing with you is doing it because he likes you. It's pretty cool. So it's awesome.
Well, hey, listen, all three of you are phenomenal shooters. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. I know you want to go party and have fun. And Brandon, you're already tied into a beer.
Already got me one.
But thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Everybody really at home appreciates it, okay? So thanks, everyone, very much.
Yep, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Ben, come on in here for a minute.
Everybody knows.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good,
right? Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, buddy. Killer place. So real quick, if I can get my co-host in here. Come in here, Ben. So real quick, thank you everyone for watching. I know it's been long. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We're going to be back tomorrow for the shoot-off from the FITASC. So plan on being back. I'm not sure what time that's going to be yet, so don't quote me. I think 6 Central.
I know. We have to. Obviously, all the scores have to come in. We have to see where the ties are. They will be pre-setting some birds for the shoot-off. So, but most importantly tonight, we hope that you enjoyed what we did. We wanted to bring it to you, those of you who couldn't join us, and we want to encourage you to come. We've mentioned several times, you and Sean always allude to bringing new shooters. You might feel silly if you miss, but the truth is nobody's as worried about your score as you are, right? And the best case scenario is that you have a great time, and the worst case scenario is that you missed a bird and still had a great time.
Right.
Like there is no lose in having fun, breaking clays, getting out, cutting up with your buddies, teasing Brandon and Gary, and just great jokes all around.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. And listen, thank you again to Bear Pelt providing us the communication, being able to do this. Thank you to Pete Malloy and all the staff here at Game Unlimited. This has been awesome. They provided us the chance to do this for all of you. So thank you to them. Thank you to Julia Gilman, HOA Shooting Sports. Of course,
Julie's the best.
Yes, of course, all of the sponsors of our podcast. Thank you to everyone that donated the prizes to the winner, which, by the way, we will announce on Facebook, the winner of the contest. We'll be getting on that here very quickly. For tomorrow night, we will announce probably 3-4 hours ahead of time what time we're going to be going live. So, hey, and Ben, thank you for filling
always glad to be here.
Unfortunately, the big man couldn't be here, but you guys, your feet need to be a little bit bigger to fill his shoes.
Absolutely. So. No, I love this, and I love sharing with people, and it's awesome to be here and to try to bring the people in and the experiences and share that with somebody else, because I feel super blessed to be here, and I want everybody else to experience the way we do.
Absolutely.
So how about a big round of applause for our executive producer at Radulovich Productions here,
David. In the equipment.
David, the largest hat in the business, Radulovich.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we sincerely
large hat, both physically and I guess theoretically.
Oh, and peeking through the railing down here, we've got Rad Chad Roberts, who we will not recognize, nor put on camera, nor give him the microphone because of what he may say.
Look at that. His whole mug fits in that camera. That is a wide-angle lens, just so everybody knows. But sincerely, thank you, everyone. We appreciate it. We're going to be back tomorrow night. We'll be back live. We'll announce what time that's going to be for sure. But in between now and then, smoke movie got him.
Hey, and if you can't be here tomorrow, take somebody shooting to your local club, right?
Take them shooting. Introduce them to a tournament. If they're already shooting recreationally, take them to a tournament. Show them how much fun this is.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Be well.
Everyone.